the Orientation Program for 2025-2026 academic session will formally kick off. We apologize for the slight delay in the formal commencement of the event, but I'm sure that this event is what each and every one of you will adequately enjoy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm happy to inform you, great Nigerian students, that we have in our midst the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of administration, Professor Oladipo. That applause is not enough. We should be more resounding. Thank you very much. We also have here Professor Fred Jaisi, the chairman of the disciplinary committee, but is represented today by Dr. Olayemi. Please put your hands together for Dr. Olayemi. Let me also acknowledge the presence of another distinguished personality. Is the director of sports in the university. He is Coach Adeyemi Oladipo. Please put your hands together for our coach. I also like to acknowledge the presence of the principal executive officer, student affairs, Mr. Ago-Iwoye. Thank you very much. Also in our midst is higher executive officer, charge of academic affairs, Mrs. Yusuf. Thank you very much. Well, we also have one of the distinguished student leaders of our university represents. She is the Vice President, Student Government, Comrade Ganiyat Ayotomiwa. Please applause for more resounding. Please your representative. Thank you very much. We have in our midst, I think I saw him around. He's trying to ensure that all is well with our event. The dean in charge of student affairs. The dean in charge of student affairs. Please join me in appreciating Professor Shamsuddin Alausa. Professor Shamsuddin Alausa, the dean student affairs. Thank you very much. I will acknowledge other distinguished personalities as they arrive this fall. Thank you very much. As I said earlier, this orientation program is an annual exercise which is usually designed for newly admitted students of the university. During this event, we will be acquainted with a lot of do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations governing your studentship in this university. So I want you all to be attentive as various presentations will be made by distinguished selected personalities of the university. I want to especially welcome again and you hope you have a fulfilling and rewarding day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Registrar in charge of Corporate Affairs Division of the University. I have with me Mr. Oolites. Please put your hands together for our boss, Mr. Ago-Iwoye, the Deputy Registrar Corporate Affairs Division. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me introduce the Dean Faculty of Education, Professor Juliet Adetayo. Please put your hands together for the Dean Faculty of Education. I'm happy to inform you that the number one in our university, the Vice Chancellor is around. In a short while, the Vice Chancellor and other principal officers of the university will be ushered into our presence. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Shall we rise? Shall we all rise for the national, state, and the Labisi of Ibadan University anthems?
Olabisi Olabando University. We are the pride of our father's land. Men of character and men of integrity. We place the trade in our mother's land. Excellent, who manner ever tells not only for us, but also people around the world. He shine the light of the knowledge. Oh, you praise, oh, you praise, shining on the stage, shining on the earth. We are the light of the world today.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for ourselves. Thank you very much. Good morning. Great ideas. I know that the time we get the correct video of our university anthem. And we are still fresh, but the patient try and study the standards of our university anthem, and I'm sure you will all be interested in it. Yes, I want to first and foremost welcome each and every one of you to the 2025-2026 University Orientation Program. This orientation program is designed for all fresh students and those who are newly admitted into our university. And this exercise will acquaint each and every of the new students with the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations governing their studentship in the university. Please, at this point, I want to introduce the principal officers of the university. First on the list of those to be introduced is the number one in our university. And I'm talking of no other than a visionary leader, a mentor to both staff and students of the university, a scholar of premium global value, an intellectual entrepreneur. I'm talking of the Vice Chancellor, a professor, distinguished professor of cancer pathology. He is Professor Ago-Iwoye Johnson. Put your hands together for our distinguished Vice Chancellor. Among those who accompanied the Vice Chancellor and other principal officers of the university, let me especially acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academy. She is Professor Olatunde Abose. Thank you very much. I also have here, I introduced earlier, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration. He is Professor Oladipo Olubumi. Thank you so much. In attendance also is the Registrar and Secretary Council, Dr. Bayo Oguton. Thank you very much. I'm supposed to acknowledge recognize the University Librarian. I'm sure she will join us because of the program. She is Professor Oladipo. Let me especially acknowledge the presence of the Bosa Exchequer of the University. He is Mr. Olufemi Civil Show FCA. Thank you very much. Let me, at this point, invite the Vice Chancellor to deliver his opening remarks. Please, with a warm and resounding applause, I want you to please usher our Vice Chancellor to the podium. Please put your hands together as I invite Professor Ayo-Iwoye.
Let me start by asking you to give respect to the round of applause. You understand why I asked you to do respect to the round of applause, because I can see that applause was not good enough. In 2022, when I assumed duty like Vice Chancellor, 12,000 candidates actually before. In 2023, we have 16,000. In 2024, up to 24,000. This year, we had 40,000 candidates. Out of the 40,000 candidates, only 9,000 votes were admitted. Because why you need to class yourself, you find yourself what you can do. essence of having this orientation is for you to be able to know your rights, the obligations and privileges that the law of the university can give to you. In the course of the orientation, we see experience, university staff, they share their experience with you. They will also let you know what is expected of you. For the summary of it all, is that whatever you are going to become at the end of your career in the university staff now. You are aiming to become the best graduate student start now. You are aiming for first class start now. Because it's not like secondary school where you are coming from, where you do first term, second term and then there. Right? But this was the relating for what you have been doing right from the one that entered the school. How is where you live. So in the course of the education, you are hearing what CGPA is all about. So which means your GPA, your cumulative GPA, the total number of units that you need to pass to graduate, total unit, the total number of units that you need to do, the total number of units that you need to pass, everything. Each one is here today. Now, they want to let you know that it's very important for you to obey the rules and regulations. By the time that you need to be in class, there's no excuse not to be in class. You say that you don't make 70% attendance, you not be allowed to sit for exam. Nobody punish you, they don't allow you. The rules are clear. If I see what to do, to also tell you today. So I'm sick. I cannot come to class and I cannot write an exam. There are some rules that you must follow. If you don't follow that rules, nobody listens to you. Okay? You need to pay your school fees at appropriate time. If that is not done, and you are attending class, you have wasted the effort of your parents. You are expected to do registration, and that registration is not done. You are not in school. You are just wasting your parents' money. Because at the end, if you don't register, they won't allow you to sit for any examination. But I'm going to hear them talking about the holy list. Is that list of those that register for that course that they are allowed to enter the class for the examination? Are you with me? They will also teach you details today. What and who you need to go and meet if you have one problem or the other. They also tell you a code of conduct what you go accept in this university. That is also we told me today. Some of you are not expected to be in this university, I can see. We don't accept slippers. Coming to school, slippers is not allowed. In your secondary school, you go to your secondary school when you are there with slippers. So why don't you come there with slippers? We train you here in preparation to what you are going to become in the future. So, can you go to any company with slippers and you allow you to enter? Okay? If you don't dress well, I'm not asking you to go and buy the same clothes. If you buy a clothes that exposes your breast, I don't dress well. And now for your clothes, is there use salt to avoid them when you are not if you are started working, you know that you will not go and buy a clothes and be using salt to cause it. It will also pity the parents that are giving you the money. Be the ambassador of your parents. That's the summary. But most of the time, even in your secondary school, they use the surname to call you. Is that not? That means that you are representing your parents in that place. It has not changed. If they want, if your friend want to call you, they still call you by your first name, your surname. So you are representing them here. So whatever you believe that your parents must not see when they come to visit you, don't make use of it at all. And don't allow peer group to change you from what your parents has told you to be. Every environment has its own challenges. So that will be the first thing they will tell you here. Tell you about the concept, the purpose, and the challenges of university education. You see that it's very different from where they are coming from. I mean, it's not of you that went to the house. They will come and be waking you up in the morning. I mean, it's time for donation. It's time for you to go to dining. Nobody does that here. Nobody does that here. So they believe that that is why that will not allow anybody that not yet 16 to come to school. To come to university education. So again, like I said, details of code of conduct and you need to know, where they will be telling you your right to do some things. You have privileges. So that you right and the privilege. I mean, you know that the right are the things that naturally belong to you. Privileges are things that because it for you. And then there are some limitations. There are some things that you must not do at all. That God accept you to us. And those ones also have their own penalty if you move away from those things. I mean, you literally say, where there is no law, there is no say. So they tell you, if you do this, these are the penalty associated with it. For instance, you decide to go and cheat, the exam hall, and you are caught, it's good semester straight away. Once you are caught. So there are some cases that is outright dismissal. Nothing you don't determine your children. If you belong to Supreme Court, no explanation, don't go. So there are some things that you don't expect you to do at all. And we are very sure that you will not be able to know the legislation procedures. They will also teach you what you need to do within your legislation. Of course, your welfare is very important to us. That is why we are here. We are not parenting. We will behave to you. We also teach you what way we are going to teach our children. Look at everybody here. We have people that are fast to say cases that people are. So it's not actually new. You understand what you need, what you want, I will try as much as possible to ensure that we will have a safety and do it for you. So you must also know that there is difference between concerns, and challenges. University is doing a lot in terms of ICT facilities. I know you must have seen them putting fiber everywhere because we want to make sure that the ICT compliant. I also want you to also see that this university, we are digitalizing everything right from the time you are coming in to when you are going. Because when you want to come for your pursuit, everything was done online. I said that you came in to do your pursuit there. And apart from that, every other thing is done online. Your own registration is online. Your payment is online. Your screening is also online. So you will also go in that direction. You do your registration here online. And when you also finish all your plans, will also be done online. And your PNYC is also online. You get it now. So make it easier for you. Anytime you want to do whatever, you can follow your room. So it's not that you go and sit down at ICT. The ICT is with you. But the library facilities are now given to you on the platter of gold. You can still do this ICT in your library, but whenever you want to go and do the library, you have access to all that. They also tell you what those you pay today. I don't know if you are in support system. Fingers are not equal. But some situation whereby somebody to answer you, to guide you on what to do. You have Oolites equal federal counseling center. They also tell you more of that. All those social behavior don't believe in it. And so we also continue to uphold the standard that we're supposed to do. As a doctor, I believe that health is wealth. If you are not healthy, there's no way you can concentrate in class. So they also tell you what you need to do if you are not well, and how to go about it. Upon payment of school fees and others, because pay all those online, but also receive can give you details of what you need. You are lucky in the last 3 years, you have not been able to use Antisocial center, but you have cleared all these places for you. So you can do more than this now, because what is best for you as well. There's also a way for you to train you as you are going up, how to do your budgeting and save your fees. Charity begins at home. So this is time for you to learn how to budget your own money that you want to start spending, and how to save. You must create that habit now. So when you eventually start earning your own money, you have to save. Not that daddy will give you 20,000, 50,000 before 2 weeks start talking. Daddy, mommy, when I'm finished, you collect the money. The next thing you do is to go to water ground and spend the money. Mommy. No? So we must learn how to do the budget for what we do the budget for. And then, so you know that if you know daddy, but I know daddy will be very strict. But it's only money that always gives the money all the time. Once you collect the money first, when you are coming, collect the dollar from your dad and you come here. The one week you spend the money. Then the money, they have all to pay for hand, they have all to pay for leg. You know that you are lying, but you still give it to you so that you don't want to go and do that and other things. But my prayer is that you do well than others. Always end my speech like this, and which you also learn because of time. But I'm still going to join us and then very soon. And I'm very sure that is the very reason why you chose OOU. Táyé ti dáyé, kò sọ́mọ́ òòlù tó ṣe rí burúkú. Táyé ti dáyé, kò sọ́mọ́ òòlù tó ṣe rí burúkú. I just love an exception.
Thank you very much. Please, once again, put your hands together for the distinguished Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much. I hope there are important salient takeaways from his remarks. Yes, in the course of the opening remarks by our Vice Chancellor, we have some important university functionaries that are working. Let me especially acknowledge the presence I introduced earlier. The university librarian, Professor Tolani Keonifade. Thank you very much. We also have in our midst the provost, postgraduate school, Professor R.O.C. Shomoye. Please put your hands together for Professor R.O.C. Shomoye. Also, we have the Provost College of Agriculture, Professor Ago-Iwoye. Professor Ago-Iwoye. Thank you very much. To an oversight, I missed the introduction of the Dean Faculty of Arts. Is one of the early callers at today's event. Please join me to appreciate with a resounding applause Professor Babajide Dasaolu, the Dean Faculty of Arts. Thank you very much. At this point, I want to invite the Dean Student Affairs to come and move the vote of thanks. The Dean Student Affairs, your attention is needed. Vote of thanks.
Thank you very much. I am simply to give vote of thanks, and I have to just sit or acknowledge the established protocol. But notwithstanding, I have to acknowledge the Vice Chancellor as listing him as point of contact to other principal officers of the university, as well as other deans, provosts, and those of us that are here that are staff of the university. Yes, the organization of Oolites University, like we all know, and I'm sure you know, is the best. And that is why you pick us, and you are here with us to school here and have good meat. And we need to thank the person who has put it to this level, that you students now are able to see our work. And that person is no other person other than the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ago-Iwoye. I will say thank you for all what you have been doing. And then again, for us to honor this individual, I know you are always very busy. You are always very busy. But notwithstanding, we still find it very necessary to come and handle. Once again, I say thank you very much. All the principal officers, I say thank you for all the support you have been giving, not only the university, but the student affairs. Thank you very much. And then for your coming, I also say thank you for coming. The dean, provost, and all other dignitaries on the high table here, I equally say thank you for coming, for honoring our appreciation. To our students, great, well, they are still students, but will not be the university students. I would say great Nigerian students. Okay, it has not been injected into you. Great Nigerian students. Yes, you are welcome, and I appreciate you a bit for conducting yourself in a manner that everybody will appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I say thank you very much for honoring the invitation. As we are here, you can see that we are having, like the Vice Chancellor has earlier mentioned, we're supposed to have more than this population. So I want to please plead with you that you can, while you are sitting down here, you can assist us to call your friends to come around, because it's a very germane, very important program. If you don't know how to move around in the university, and that's exactly what we are trying to showcase now. God forbid bad thing in the room. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please appreciate the Dean Student Affairs once again. The Dean made the remark earlier that Olamisi Olaba University is the test. Yes, it's a statement of fact. This institution is one that's committed to holistic and quality training of our students. And in the course of your studentship, I know you will confirm this. At this point, we are bringing this opening session to a close. After this opening session, we will go to the orientation sessions where we have distinguished speakers from various departments and units that will make presentations on relevant topics. At this point, I want to invite the Vice Chancellor and principal officers and other distinguished personalities on the high table to come out for a group photograph as we close this session. Thank you very much. These are the principal officers of the university. The newly admitted students, I hope you are taking notes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice Chancellor. The next session will be presided over by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Ogo-Iwoye. Please put your hands together for the DVC administration. Vice Chancellor, sir. And the language and governance to stand on the existing protocol. I without wasting time, I want to welcome once again our newly admitted students.
we have come to a very important aspect of this program, where we'll be looking at the different topics that the Vice Chancellor spoke about when we addressed you a few minutes ago. So I have one or two pieces of advice I want to give you. Can I have your attention? Are we together? Okay. Number one, get your pen ready, because we need to be writing down things. Your pen. Number two, get a notebook. If you don't have a notebook, keep your paper from your neighbor, because you need to take notes. That's very, very important. A good student will write notes of important points, because it's not everything you will remember after you leave here. You need to go back sometimes to go and look at your notes, refresh your memory. So get all those things ready. And then I want to appeal to you, as the topics are being taken, write down your questions. So I know that you will have questions you want to ask the resource persons. So write down your questions. And I want to also say that let us be attentive. As much as possible, let's avoid going in, going out of the hall. Please, I assure you that you will enjoy the lectures, and we'll try to keep the time as much as possible so that we don't really you. So the very first speaker is a seasoned educator and is the Dean of our Faculty of Education. She's going to be talking on the topic, the concept, purpose and challenges of university education. The concept, purpose and challenges of university education. So we will take that, we will take the other topics, and then we will take the questions together. So I'd like to invite therefore to the podium Professor Janet Adetayo to speak on the concept, purpose and challenges of university education. Can you put your hands together for her? That's 15 minutes.
Vice Chancellor, and all the principal officers of the university, the deans, and the provost presidents, the faculty officer, and our great students. I want you to celebrate yourself once again. You have done it once, but I want you to do it again. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate the days. Do it well. Are you ready at the back? I said celebrate yourself. That's the story good. First, because it's another year. And I know for some of you, you will have preferred to stay back at home, enjoying the chicken. But necessity is laid on you to be here this morning. I'm taking the first topic, which is the concept, the purpose, and the challenges of university education. I want you to know that university education is a transformative experience, which is designed to equip you with the knowledge, the skills, and values necessary to succeed in an ever-changing world. It is a journey that will challenge your assumptions, broaden your perspectives, and empower you to become active contributors to society. I want to believe that by the time you return from school in December, the way you yourself, some of you carry yourself in the community, change, because you want them to know that you are now here in higher institutions. And some of you will tell your junior, I'm no more your mate. Don't you know that I'm now in the university? But you are not just there. There is need for you to know the reasons and what university education will do or the opportunity to offer you. The main aim is to develop in you the skills and knowledge that will enable you to participate in all aspects of nation's life, be it political, technological, scientific, social, economic, and cultural aspects. You will also be engaged in research as a way to solve problems and enhance development. Ultimately, all these efforts shall empower you to become critical thinkers, creative problem solvers, and patriotic citizens who can make a positive impact in the nation and the world at large. The federal government, through the National Policy of Education, highlighted some of the purposes of university education, and those I have highlighted here, I believe maybe they will be able to project it for you to see. One of the purposes is that university education will develop in you high-level manpower that is needed by the nation. Professional forces for national development will be exposed to you. It will also inculcate in you all-round improvement of education. What about acquisition of skill, entrepreneurship skill, so that you will not just finish here, you can go out there and become employers of labor. It also, you have to know that during this period too, there is need for you to engage in relevant research, which can lead to nations development. While the University of Education will also inculcate in you the communal spirit. University education will also offer you the opportunity for intellectual growth and development. And one of those areas is the area of knowledge acquisition. It will impart knowledge and skills in the specific area field of interest unto you. It will also assist in imparting specialized knowledge and skill in your specific field. It will foster intellectual growth and curiosity, as well as developing expertise in professional careers. So, another way is personal growth and development. It will foster in you critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills. It will encourage independence, creativity, as well as innovation. It will help you in building your character, ethics, and social responsibility. What about career preparation and readiness? It will include in you as a student the professional careers and research skills, equipping in you the skills that you may need for the workforce, as well as preparing you as a student for leadership roles and entrepreneurship. I want you to move and see another purpose, which is in relation to social responsibility and citizenship. In that one, it will ensure that social awareness and responsibility opportunity is being given unto you. What of engagement and services, the cultural competence and diversity. About networking, purpose of education, university education, is that it will encourage social interaction, networking, as well as cultural heritage. It will assist you in building relationships and connections for future collaboration, not only among yourselves as students, but with your lecturers, with every other staff, even within the university system. Education will also encourage or develop in you the teamwork spirit, as well as encouraging you in saying no, expressing your mind where it is necessary. It will also develop in you the area of you involving in research and innovation, because it will encourage interdisciplinary collaboration and knowledge sharing. Then you will be able to address societal challenges and contributing also to global progress. What about lifelong learning? Education will give you opportunity to continue to learn, because whosoever that fails to learn, that person is no more inexistent. So for all of us, university education and every other education that you have opportunity of in life is lifelong, because you continue to learn in order to improve yourself. I want you to know that all these purposes are interconnected. and together they shape well-rounded individuals who can contribute positively to the development of the society. Despite the importance, the university education faces several challenges, and one of it is access and equity. I want you to know, and that is why the Vice Chancellor asks you to celebrate yourself before, and I also ask you to do the same. Because not everyone has equal access to university education due to financial, geographical, or social barrier. But university education, one of the challenges is that they help to solve is in expanding the limited access to quality education, especially for marginalized group. Another challenge is that of quality and relevance, and that is where university education becomes very, very important because it ensures curriculum relevance. Curricula may not necessarily align with industry needs or global needs, but university education ensure that curricula meet industry needs and global standards. The next challenge that I want to talk about is about funding and resources. Managing financial constraints, insufficient fund affects infrastructure, it affects research, it affects student support, and every other aspect within the university education. But I want you to know that ineffective resources can also hinder effectiveness. But I know that some of you have also been able to access the NED fund in order for you to be able to pursue your dream of this university education. That is how university education assists in overcoming some of these challenges. The next one is technological integration. Adapting to rapid technological advancement, leveraging technology for enhanced learning, thereby adapting to change. All of us know that we are now in the era of technology, and it's important. It becomes imperative that every one of us have to leverage with that. If not, we will be backward and we will not be able to keep pace with all the happenings and changes around us and also globally. I want us to know that another challenge is in the area of accountability and governance through quality assurance. We can achieve this under university education. Ensuring accountability and maintaining standards while balancing autonomy with oversight is also very important. All these challenges require strategic planning, collaboration, and innovation to ensure that university education remain effective and relevant. Quickly, I want to expose or repeat to you some of the aids that can assist you in successfully navigating through university education. And the first one I want to talk about is on academic success. What do you need to do? The first one is for you to ensure that you set goals, clear goals for yourself. Define your academic and career objectives. What do you want to do? How do you want to go about it? And you will see that navigating through them will become so easy for you. And the next one is that of time management. I want you to know that university education and this environment is completely different from where you are coming from, the secondary school, where in the morning the parents, the mom, majorly has to come to your room to wake you up, prepare food, get everything ready for you to go to school. No, you are now an adult and you are now in the university. So you need to know there is need for you to learn the art of time management. Know when to wake up, know how to schedule your time, know how to plan in order for you to be able to achieve your purpose. The next one is in the area of active learning. Engage in discussion, ask questions, and participate in activities. When you are giving group assignment, when you are giving group work, don't just stay alone. Don't just stay there and say, you people, you should go ahead. Call me when it is time for me to drop money. No, participate in all this because all this cumulatively will have and will contribute to your academic success. The next one is in the area of personal growth, which I want you to know that it is important for you to build relationship, connect with your peers, connect with lecturers and your mentors. You cannot stay here in the university education by doing this all alone. You will need others. You will need the influence and the touch of others. You are not the person that can say, standing alone, you know all. No. By the time you interact, by the time you build relationship, you get better. The next one has to do with self-care. Balance academics with physical and mental well-being. It is very, very important. Prioritize your mental well-being. When you have done that, that is when you will be able to cope with the academic rigor and the situation and all the circumstances within the university system. Step help. If you need help, please don't hesitate to ask for support. Know that. Talk to your colleagues, talk to your mentors, talk to your lecturers when you need help. Don't keep that to yourself because somebody somewhere has been prepared to attend to that need of yours. The next one has to do with career preparation. There is need for you to know that you need to gain practical experience through internship, through research, through project, through teaching practice, and every other thing. And you must freely lend yourself to all these career opportunities. What about networking? Attend career fairs, industry events, and alumni meetups. What about skill development? Focus on skills that enhance employability. It is not enough. And I know, you yourself know, that these days being a salary earner is no more a new thing. It is important for you to also acquire skills because that is where we are presently in terms of entrepreneurship skills. Then the next thing is on adapting to university life. There is need for you to adapt to university life. How will you do that? Be open-minded. Embrace new experiences and challenges. Stay organized. Keep track of your assignments, deadlines, and opportunities. And financial legacy. Manage your finances wisely. I want you to know that it is important for you to adjust academically. Adjust your academic. And how can you do that? Familiarize yourself with the university policies, procedures, and expectations. I said develop a routine, create a schedule that balances academic, extracurricular activities, as well as your personal time. And the third aspect is that for you, there is need for you to seek academic support. I've mentioned that the other time. Utilize resources like tutoring, academic advising, and study groups. Also, I want you to know that it is important for you to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, and area for improvement. Please know that it is very important. When you identify your strengths and you know your weaknesses, it will be easy for you to be able to balance things up and be able to know areas of improvement. And I also want you to know that there is need for you to participate actively where necessary. It is not time for you. Like some of us, it is when you are now in 400 level that you want to start to relate with people, you want to start to allow the university to pass through you. At the initial stage, the attitude has always been, let me go, let me just go with my people. It is in 400 level that you start realizing. So allow the university to pass through you, not you just passing through the university alone. What about cultural adjustment? Appreciate different culture, participate, different cultures, perspective, and background. I have told you, I said, try experiences, try new experiences, try new food and activity. I also want to say it is important for you to stay and maintain relationship with family and friends. Please do that. Don't say I'm now in the university, so you want to break relationship or ties. with your family. It is very important. Putting all these things together, I know it will assist you in navigating successfully throughout your stay in the university. Once again, I wish you all the best and cheers to glorious beginning. Thank you.
A round of applause again for Eugene and for his services. All right, I'm sure you have gotten down your questions. Without wasting time, let's go on to the next one. And the topic of this one is the university students and the community. Code of conduct, the rights, privileges, and limitations. And the university registrar will be speaking to you. He has 15 minutes. I'd like to invite the registrar, Dr. Caleb Orukoton, to speak on that topic. A round of applause for him, please. You are not doing enough. Thank you.
Distinguished members of Senate, freshmen here are present, ladies and gentlemen. I'm told I have 15 minutes. I'll keep within that time. My topic is code of conduct, the rights, privileges, and limitations. I welcome you all to this program. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Olamisi of Ibadan University. We pride ourselves as one of the foremost state universities with the commitment to providing quality and holistic education. I'm aware that it has been a hectic period for you as you have been registering and familiarizing yourself with various facilities and amenities available to you in the university. By now, you must have realized that getting admission to this university is not all that easy. You must be aware that it comes by dint of hard work to earn such a real golden opportunities to study in the university. Like the VC told you the other time, over 40,000 candidates applied to the university, and just 9,000 plus offered admission. You can imagine that you are very lucky. So I would, I would advise you to keep within the limits of the law while you are still here, so that you can graduate with flying colors. It is therefore hoped that you will not, for any reason, do anything capable of truncating the achievement of your dreams and set goals, but work towards the successful end of your studentship in this university. Martin Luther King Jr. says, intelligence plus character is the goal of a true educator. This implies that for one to be successful, self-discipline is very central. It is imperative to inform you or confirm to you that the university is no residential campus. Policy, the university no residential campus has changed as provisions are already in place for student hostel, because the available best spaces are limited in number. Universities, two students at the affairs office still assist in locating suitable accommodation in the various nearby towns. Since you will be staying in those various communities, you need to behave yourself. You need to behave as students of this university. Now, various definitions have been given to, for this. Let me just give one and then go to other points. A group of, that's community now, a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristics in common. Now let's look at the university itself. In the context of the above definition, the university community is a community of scholars who share the common interest of teaching, learning, and research. That is it. Now let's go to rights, student rights, and privileges. student rights, go there, student rights and privileges. Okay. In order to be able to operate effectively towards the achievement of set goals in the university, students are entitled to some inalienable rights. That adjectives, inalienable means that right that cannot be taken away from you. But that does not suggest that this right cannot be taken away from you. If you misbehave, and I tell you to behave, if you keep within the law, that right will not be taken away from you. But if you are found guilty, that right can be taken away from you. Students too owe the university some obligations in exchange for certain privileges that the institution offers. These rights, students' rights can be simply described as their due entitlements. Some of the rights include, but not limited to, the rights of membership of the university. You have the right, having been offered admission, effective from Thursday, when matriculation will be conducted, then you will become a full-time student. Now you have these rights. The rights of membership of the university community, the right to receive tuition. Tuition means that you receive your rent, you are paid, you are registered. Now let me emphasize here, payment is not registration. You won't say because I paid, you won't register. You have to register before you can be, because without registration, you are not, you can't even write the exam anyway. The right to be examined in accordance with the approved rules and regulations. After the lecture, you will be examined, you will be assessed. The right to be heard in accordance with the rules governing the fundamental rights of freedom of speech and natural justice. Freedom of speech and natural justice. The right to freedom of association and approved by the university law. Now let's look at privileges. Privileges means special advantage. For being a student of this university, you have some privileges you need to enjoy as a student. Some of these privileges will be highlighted below. Something you have, this means privilege now. Something you are lucky to have. Below are some of the privileges. One, the privilege to use the name of the university for protecting yourself honestly. When you are believing after the matriculation, you'll be given your ID card, and you can, just as I'm handling right now, you can hang it anywhere you are, even outside the university. But you need to protect the name of that university. You need to use the name of the university in a very good way. Otherwise, the university will deny you. If you don't use it rightly, you can't be a student of the university. You will see some things later, which the university will not be able to protect you if you behave in that manner. So, using the name of the university in a very long manner. The privilege to responsibly use the university facilities to enhance the attainment of your goal. University facilities are many. You have the library there. You have to go there, read, you have access to all physical books, you online journals, and everything you need. In fact, in your desk, just Google, you have information you need. Right online, in the past, when you don't, so when you go to the library, you access information. These are the facilities you have that can enhance your performance in the university. The privilege to be certified after your lecture, your tuition, your 4-year or 5-year program, you'll be satisfied. Certified. That means that your certificate will enhance your achievement later in life. The privilege to enjoy medical care. I'm aware that even up to now, some of you have not gone to the health center to register. You need to go there and register. If you don't register, you can't go there. You can't even have access to this medical facility. So it's one of the privileges you have to enjoy, but you must go there and register. The privilege to be assisted to secure accommodation. Like I told you earlier, the student affairs office is there to assist you to get accommodation. Now let's look at obligation. What does it mean? What does obligation mean? An obligation is a moral and legal duty to do something. Consequent upon the rights and privileges the university is conferring on students, there are also some reciprocal obligations expected in return what you are supposed to do. Students, number one, these are your obligations. Number one, strict observations of the rule. You must adhere strictly to the rules and regulations of the university. So these rules and regulations are in your handbook. I hope you have it. I hope you will have been given by now if you are not in the given. So those regulations are there to guide you on the do's and don'ts of this university. So you must observe the do's and don'ts of this university. Respect and obedience to constituted authority. You have to respect constituted authority. All those people, the principal officers, your lecturers, even the non-teaching staff, they are to guide you. So you need to respect them. Treatment of all their properties. Those properties are yours. You see some students will just sit down on this on this on the chair. That's no good. Sit rightly. Don't damage those chairs. Please, and ensure that you take over care. Not only chairs, there are other facilities in the classroom or wherever you are staying, even in the hostel. Don't damage them. It costs a lot. So maintain those facilities. Treatment of all university properties, as I said earlier, take care of them. Abstinence from doing anything whatsoever that can bring the name of the university into disrespect. Don't go and misbehave outside. If you are misbehaving, you are not protecting the good image of the university. Please behave appropriately, behave right. Maintenance of studentship by duly paying the prescribed fees, you have to pay your fees so that you can register. Treatment of every member of the university committee with dignity. Now let's look at limitations. The limitations, there is no right without limitations. There are limitations to fundamental human rights. So you must know your limits to all this right. There is freedom of speech. That does not suggest that you can talk anyhow. You have to be refined. You have to be very careful of what to say. Be mindful of what to say at any point in time, both within and outside the university. That is, in that way, you are protecting the good image of the university. In this context of this lecture, what are the limitations you have? Number, students are restricted from using the name of the university for any fraudulent. Don't use the name of the university to defraud the society, to defraud even your colleagues. Please use the name of the university rightly. In that way, you are protecting the good image of the university. Students are restricted from taking custody of university property without express permission. Before you can take possession of the property of the university, you need to take express permission, approval of the university. There are many facilities in the university. We have so many, you all know, whatever you can see. They are university property. Don't take them away without seeking approval from appropriate authority. University examination materials, they are not to be found in your possession. Without the booklet. What are you doing with it? When you are not writing examination, what of exam questions, live questions? You cannot, they are not to be in your possession. Except when you are writing the exam, and after that, either you are allowed to take it away or you submit it with the questions. But the bottom line is that you cannot be found. The questions are not to be found with you. It is a criminal offense. Students are not to be found with exam results that cannot be processed. What are you doing with the exam results that cannot be processed? You are not to be found with it. So be careful with them. Students are restricted from engaging in exam malpractice. Don't engage in exam malpractice. Can you go there? Hello. Where you have the first slide. The first slide, please. I hope you are following me. Yeah, can you see that man? What he's doing? That means he's nowhere prepared for it. If you can see the guy, that lady means writing means that she has already prepared for the exam. So when you are prepared for exam, you will face what you are doing. Nobody will come and say, okay, yeah, but you are now because he's not prepared. He will be stretching his neck, trying to spy. Don't do that. That will not end you anything, but rather failure. Failure will not be your role in Jesus' name. Now, the university code of conduct for students. Code of conduct is a set of rules outlining responsibility for proper practice of an individual, party or group. It simply means the do's and don'ts. I said earlier. What are the do's and don'ts? The set for rules that is a set of rules that generally governs how a student of the university is expected to behave or conduct himself. It tells you what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. Those are do's and don'ts. The student is supposed to be the university expects his student to comport themselves. Decently, comport yourself anywhere you go. Present yourself as a student of the university and be proud of it. Well, I will still come to dress you later. When you dress very well, it gives your user confidence. You can appear before the president and then talk and say whatever you want to say, but you have to be defined. So, the university expects its students to comport themselves anyway. No student shall engage his or her fellow men in physical combat. Now, the next slide. Look at it. Next slide. Next slide, please. You can't get it? See, do you think this one is a student? You can't be a student. These are hoodlums on the street. The student is not supposed to behave like this. When you have a grievance, go to student affairs, lay your complaint there. There are regulations that you have to follow. Not going on the street and then look at this. It is staff that behave like this. The student is not supposed to. Anybody doing this is not a student of the university. You know staff of the university, i.e. students, office attendants, drivers, and security officers are responsible officers. You are supposed to obey all of them. You are doing that. The university expects a healthy and a decent male-female relationship among its students. There is a student. In the light of the above and the requirement conditions of the hall, you are not supposed to, by 10, you are supposed to be in your hall of residence. What are you looking for? Outside. So by 10, don't inside. Don't go about. Stay in your hall. Read very well. The same thing goes for the other way. Now, the issue of liquor. No liquor shall be sold or consumed in the university before noon. Well, why are you consuming something that can damage your system? Please don't do it. Not even 12. Don't do it. Don't consume. See, the next slide, you see, is drinking. Do you think this one is a student? He can't be a student. Can't be a student. The possession and consumption of dangerous drugs. Please don't drink. Don't consume all these drugs that can damage your system, that can damage your body. Any student found stealing shall be severely disciplined in accordance with university regulation. Those found stealing outside the university premises may be handed over to the police. Now, the next slide, you can see that one is jumping. After having committed the crime, he said to try to jump the fence. That's a criminal offense. You see, he's running away. Police will soon catch up with you. So please don't improper dressing. Dress very well. That's why, please, anywhere you see me, I project good image of this class. There are no many times to some of these things that I don't put on my tie. Except on Friday, when I put on native attire and then put on my tie. So when you dress, the Bible, well, you don't really the Bible anyway. Let's say the way you dress is the way you are dressed. That is it. The way you dress is the way you do. No, that one. No. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to dress very well. These ones are not dressing very well. You see what is putting on. You are not supposed to dress like this. Go ahead. See this one. Is the student supposed to dress like this? It's unethical. It's quite unethical to dress like this. What are you projecting about yourself? If you are dressing like this, what image are you creating? You are not only damaging yourself, your future, you are not projecting the good image of your parents. Somebody who asks, you are from in money, and I'm sure you didn't get like this at home. It is when you got here that you started misbehaving. See, this guy is serving. Don't say, why would you do this? Sometimes when I see them, I ask them, why can't you dress very well? What, in fact, what does this one mean to you? It shows somebody whose mental stuff is not okay. It's not okay. What kind of, tell me, just what can you say about this one now? The bottom line is that you need to dress very well. Please dress very well. Like I said earlier, I just watch me anywhere you see me. I feel very uncomfortable coming to the university without dressing properly. It's unethical. Please dress very well. It tells much about yourself. It tells much about the university you are attending. So the university will not go, of course, even all you will tell you that put on your tie, dress very well. Regardless, some of you will not dress very well. Sometimes I see you along the path. I said, "Are you a student?" I ask you a question. Please dress very well. Dress properly. Wear your place. Go ahead. You see some people that are dressed very well. Just see this gentleman. Put him on his right. Properly dressed. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just move on. Yeah. Go ahead. Next one. Next one. Tell me money. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Dress very well. And you can be sure that the society will respect you. Now let me tell you one thing about your dressing. If you don't dress very well now, after your graduation, you will appear before the panel. They want to interview you. Now, some of you are business panel. Your time will go to this side. They will know that because you are dressed. And something what will tell them is that I hope you are not dressing because of this interview. After the interview, you will dress in this way because the way you are dressing now shows that you are not been dressing like this before. If you have been doing that before, then you have done that properly. So you need to dress one. You be used to it, and that will get your good image. I feel the time is off, but I think let me just summarize. Decision ladies and gentlemen, ensure you dress properly, dress very well, project the good image of the university. Don't do anything that will bring the name of the university into disrespect. If you look at the last, go ahead, the last something that you see some of your senior, after that, yeah, that's the day of graduation. Not everybody who comes in today will graduate from one reason or the other. You will not graduate in Jesus' name. Yeah. But some people may misbehave and not deny. And they expect. What are you to tell your parents at home when they're there? Some of them cannot even say what happened. Parents will be coming. They want to know what happened. Please dress very well. On this note, I thank you for your attention. God bless you.
I think the registrar deserves a better applause. Thank you very much. All right, and I'm sure you are putting down your questions. So I'd like to invite the next speaker to come forward. We are looking at registration procedures. And I'm going to invite a very senior staff from the Academic Affairs Office to take that. That's Mrs. Adesola Adesoye.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Vice Chancellor, sir, can you please expand on the existing protocol? My media assignment this afternoon is to speak on registration procedure. Introduction. This paper is to guide and give you a checklist of things to do, you have to do while as a student of the university, so that you won't have problems with your records while in the university and after graduation. I want to advise you that you should ensure that your name and your date of birth on the university portal correspond with what you have on the JAMB admission letter, so that you will not have problems in the nearest resolution. Once again, ensure that your name is Adeshola. Please don't put age. You do not have age on it. If that age is not on your JAMB admission letter, please don't put age there. Just write your name correctly so that you won't have problems in the nearest resolution. The Academic Affairs Division is the first point of contact for all admitted students in the university. And the division has 5 major units. We have the admission unit, which handles the admission of qualified and eligible candidates into the university. Then the authentication unit is the one that confirms the genuineness of your credentials at the point of entry into the university. The certificates unit, that one deals with disbursement of certificates and at the completion of your program. And certificates are awarded to students based on character and learning. Then examinations and record unit, that one handles a record of your record for ease of reference in the nearest future. Then the last one is transcript unit, the production of the academic records for use in the nearest future. Registration is a step-by-step process of ensuring that candidates' information are duly captured, verified, and listed by the university. Once again, ensure that all the information that you want to provide on the university portals are correct. Your name, your date of birth, your state of origin, and others. Please ensure you put in the correct information to avoid problems in the nearest future. We all agree with me that you are offered admission on their campus. Am I right? Am I right? In which you are accepted before proceeding on registration. The first thing is that you print what? Your JAMB admission letter. Then you log on to the university portal. Then you pay your acceptance fee of how much? 75,000 naira, and you print out the receipt. You fill in your biodata, and thereafter you upload your verification document. Am I right? Yes. Am I saying the right thing? And I believe all of you here said you have done it. Am I right? Yes. Thank you. And your verification documents are to be uploaded by each candidate. And the documents are your JAMB admission, your UTME results, for UTME students, your JAMB admission letter, your birth certificate, and the current of the state tax clearance or receipt. While for DE students, you upload your original direct registration slip, your JAMB admission letter, your birth certificate, and the current of the state tax clearance. Am I right? Have you all done that? Yes. Once you have done that, I believe the faculty officers, they will enable you for payment of your school fees, and which they had done thoroughly. After the payment of school fees, you are expected to proceed to your various faculties and departments for further instructions. Please note, before the end of this week, each one of you will be given 3 files at your various faculties. I said before the end of this week, each one of you visit your faculty to collect your 3 files, in which you are to fill and submit their registration document. That one will be displayed towards the end of this lecture. I believe you have all filled your form and you have printed out some documents, some forms, which have been signed by various offices at various offices. That one includes security form, your sports form, your student affairs form. That library form, you have to sign it once you have been given your matriculation number. You visit the library. There are some documents that you have to fill with your matriculation number. That is why they are not attended to you. And for medical form, they will schedule you. So that not everybody that will go to the university center has to go. So that you will not miss your lectures. You understand me? And your course registration form, for you to fill it, you have to visit the university website. You log on to your profile and click on your course form. Please ensure, I repeat, please ensure that the course code and the course form are correct before submission online. You have to fill in your Amazon and race semesters courses. Please go through it thoroughly before you submit it online. Because if you fail to register for any course, you will not be allowed to sit for the exam. The Vice Chancellor has said it, and all other speakers have said it. You understand me now? Please do it carefully, don't rush, and ensure that you check it thoroughly before you submit. And the name of your course advisor will remain available to you by your faculty officer. Just go to the faculty officers, ask for the name of the course advisors. It will be given to you. Registration of students is not complete until you have handed over the completed registration forms to the faculty officers, which will be duly acknowledged. I said your registration is not complete until you submit the 3 files given to you that you collect before the end of this week. And you have to put some documents inside, and I said that will be displayed towards the end of this presentation. Please note that failure to complete the registration within the prescribed period will attract sanctions. Please avoid it. Any student that fails to register, I'm saying it again, for a course shall not be allowed to sit for examination for such course. There is no way you can do it. There is no way, because your name will not be on the tutorial list. So you will not be allowed, and that is automatic carryover. But that will not be your portion in Jesus' name. After matriculation, at the completion of signing, copies of the documents that will be shown to you at the end of this session will be put into the three files. The three files, one of the files will contain original documents, while the remaining two files will contain photocopies. Please do it the way it should be done. And I know before they collect it from the faculty offices, I know they will check it thoroughly. Please do it the way it should be done. After matriculation, all these three files that you submitted to the faculty office, it's your passport photograph, the three passport photographs, you have fixed one on each of the files. Please is for record. Please ensure that you do it. And your matriculation number becomes your PIN number, like that of your ATM, which you are using. Don't give it to anybody. And on no account should any two students have the same matriculation number. Do you understand me now? You people are not responding. Do you understand me? Please ensure that you keep your matriculation number jealously. It becomes your PIN number. Don't give it out. And on no account should the two of the type and kind they cannot have the same matriculation number. You and your friend cannot have the same matriculation number. So please guide it jealously. I said the summary of registration is this. You log on to the university portal, you pay your acceptance fee, you verify all your documents. Then you sign all the forms, and you submit to the faculty office. All these documents are to be put in the three files that will be given to you before the end of this week. You understand me? You make photocopies. One of the files will contain original documents. The other two files will contain photocopies of all the documents up here. Please put down this thing now. This to put your three files at the point of submission. It will also be placed at the entrance of the faculty offices and at your department. Can you please put them down now? The first one is your JAMB admission number, your JAMB result or registration slip, your direct entry student, then the completed verification form, which I said earlier, your biodata, your completed oath form, that is your matriculation oath form, then completed medical form, completed counseling form, completed student affairs form, completed sports form, library form, security form, and course forms. And as I've said earlier, one of the files will contain original documents, while the remaining two files will contain photocopies. In conclusion, have you finished with that? Please, ICT, please allow them to put them down. Please, if you are to let me know. The first one, JAMB admission letter, your JAMB slip, if you are UTME, for PE student your registration slip, your completed verification form, validator form, your oath form, that is your matriculation oath form, your medical form, counseling form, student affairs form, which you have all signed, sports form, library form, which you've done immediately, you have your matriculation number, security form, you have done that, and your course forms after you have completed your matriculation number. Are you through with it? Are you through with it? Yes or no? Please be fast. In conclusion, are you through? Are you through? Decide. You are still writing.
You have opportunity to watch it again in YouTube. As I'm doing it, you have already put it in the YouTube for the student to see. So it's being recorded live and it's a YouTube.
Thank you, sir. In conclusion, the Academic Affairs Office is open to all students for more inquiries. You are advised to be law-abiding and stay away from immoral acts. Once again, I congratulate you on your admission to OOU and wish you success throughout your years. Thank you for listening.
Let's give another round of applause to Mrs. Ago-Iwoye. All right, I hope you are following and you are writing down your questions. Are you writing down your questions? Are you writing down your questions? If you have any. So let's go on now to another topic. And that will be taken by the Dean of the Directorate of Student Affairs. That's Professor Alamsa. The title is Student Welfare Services in the University System. Professor Alamsa, give you a round of applause to welcome you to the podium.
Thank you very much. As it has just been mentioned, I am to treat the student welfare services in the university. But I want to zone it or pull it down to this university. So as we move on, we'll see that I will be mentioning Oolites University while we're discussing. What is student welfare in any university? It means the supportive service that is needed to give to students to maintain a good well-being and as such enhance the learning and comfort of such students on campus. And what are these services? The services include, but not limited to, the mental health counseling, which is very important. If you are not stable mentally, you may not find staying in the university an easy thing, because there are so many distractions that can derail your progress. We have the career services, we have the medical services, and the security services is not, it's also there. But all these are being handled by the Student Affairs Division. And I want to tell you that here, the university has a robust, unique Student Affairs division or unit, we call it. And of course, in that unit we have the dean, and as well we have the Student Affairs Officer, that is the DR for that unit. And whatever you want at all, as far as all that we mentioned, your right, your privilege, you have to consult that unit to deal with. And what do we do in that? We mentor. Mentorship is part of what we do. We give counseling, even though we are not authorized counselors. But when you have issues, you come to us. We give you befitting counsels. We oversee and monitor students' clubs, which is very important. And of course, you are free to join any club or society in the university, but not the wrong ones, the illegal ones. And we know all what the illegal ones are. They are those that are cultists. They will want to integrate you or invite you to all this. You must not do that. Then we handle the students' disciplinary matters, if you're caught cheating in an exam, or you fight in the school premises, even outside the university, once you have been reported, you face student inquiry committee to explain. Then we also engage the parents as well as the guardians. Many parents will come to us that I want to know the status of my students. We'll do that, we'll go to their records, though we don't be having their record, they ask me the academic affairs, and then we fish out the status of such students and discuss with parents. Well, the student affair welfare services to students. Student affairs welfare to students. Like I said, services encompass academic supportive services, health services, counseling, and psychological services. And let me take this one by one. We have the academic support services. The student should not be left alone. As we know, we are just fresh students. You are here, nobody to guide you. But we, from our own end, we have to guide you. And that is why you are having various units that have been talking, have been speaking to us, like the academic affairs, how you are going to do your registration. If you are not guided and you feel just need to go to many of your friends or people around, they will mislead you because they won't be able to give you the correct thing to do. You are GGC, we must appreciate this, but you need to be guided. You need orientation. That is why we are here. The health services, yes, the university has a very good health center that takes care of sick or ill students. There's no way we cannot run away from that. If you have headache, you have fever, you are free to approach the health center, and they have good facilities and genuine, not fake drugs to administer, not the fake ones. I can bet you the services in the health center are very good. And then apart from the one we have on campus here, we also have one at Iboku and then Ayeto. And in fact, the one in Shagamu, which is where we have our teaching hospital, in case where we are having health issue with any of our students or even staff, that the HC, that is the health center here, cannot handle, or we cannot handle, we transfer or refer such things to the teaching hospital. So the university has a guidance and counseling unit, which of course will also come around to tell us what and what we need to do. The guidance and counseling units provide free counsel. They don't take money, and then they give adequate advice to individual as well as the group of students where necessary. And the counselors counsel on management of stress, anxiety, and depression. All these are what they do there. Not a matter of you have small issue that is bothering your mind. You are free to approach the counseling unit. Of course, you can approach us. That is our DSA office. Once you approach us, what we then do is we ask you to go to, or we even take you down to counseling unit for proper attention. They also assist in student choosing career. All these are what they have them. And better still, they advise or counsel against the use of hard drugs and substances that is rampant among students in schools. including university. I won't say here, Olamide University, but in many universities, we have all this going on. And we have to be very careful, and that's why we have the counselor to do that. Then on accommodation, yes, the university was established as a non-residential institution in 1982. And there and then, we were not having hostels. But it became an issue when NUC informed us that if you don't have hostels, you will not be given accreditation. That made the university to start having a hostel on campus. So we started this about 13 years ago. Then our students also patronized, apart from the one we have on campus, we have the one on off campus. And I think the registrar mentioned this, how we have to comport ourselves, make sure we abide by the terms of agreement, not only in the hostel, but off campus, where we use the facilities of the indigent. Each student is therefore advised to abide by the terms of agreement, either on campus or inside. Then the hostel management committee, we have hostel management committee that will always be looking at what were you being, the attention we are being given. Are you being sustained by the hostel owner? Because the hostel we're having is private ones, not the university owned. But notwithstanding, we do monitor what they do there. If they give you something substandard, we shout and then they correct this. Then the transport services, the university is not having buses to convey students, but we have buses and car owners who are doing us good. They are around to take you from home to campus and back home. Okay, and we also have Keke Marua on campus that practice traveling or services, services taken within the campus. We can move from motion grant to science to education and the like. They are there for us to use. So what we have to do now is to charge you to make sure you maintain peace with these people, the transport service providers. If they offend you or they may annoy you or maltreat you, you are expected to come down to the DSA office and report so that we can intervene, rather than for you to engage in fracas. Don't fight with any driver or vehicle owner when you are being transported from one point to another. Not only that, even fighting with anybody within the university, outside the university, is totally prohibited. If you're caught, you'll be asked to come and answer query before the student insurance committee. Then we also have social and recreational services. All works without being their idol. That is it. We must have a center where you have to relax after rigorous work in the class. Then you come around to such center and relax yourself. And then here we have a very good sports center that you have so many outdoor and indoor sports or games that you can engage on. And bet you can even become a professional that you earn a living in future from this. We have such materials there that we use to train you. The students, clubs, society, or association in the university is second to none. And students are free, like I have said, you are free to join any of these the one that are registered, not the one that are not registered by the student affairs. So this still continue. The cultural and social events are also recognized by the university, and students are free to participate. The unregistered, and emphasizing this, the unregistered club, society or association are illegal and they are forbidden for students to join. Joining this will definitely ruin your life. Please don't join. Then we have the student union government. In fact, union student government in this OOU, they have done a lot. They have, in recent time, contacted and invited many companies and organizations to come and give scholarship award to our students. And that they did last year. And I'm sure this year too, they are working on this to ensure that many of us who are not having much money to pay to be able to do that. And I want you to give them a round of applause. Yes, the security services. The university has a vibrant unit. This is headed by the chief security officer, and the unit carries out regular surveillance on campus, not only on campus, monitor what is going on in the town, because our students are here. And I can assure you, if you give any emergency call to the chief security officer or any officer around here, or to the student affairs, be rest assured that quick response will come after that. Then the security, not only that, ensure that the checkmate any fire, they even ensure that there is no fire outbreak or disaster in the university. The security officer prevents not only that, but they prevent sexual harassment, bullying, as well as thwarting any emergency of autism in the university. That is the work we do. We also have, the university has interest in religious and spiritual services, because that's where we have our students to be engaged spiritually. So we have mosque, central mosque, where we have Jumat services between 1 o'clock and 3 p.m. on Fridays under the leadership of a chief imam. And we also have chapel of the chaplain leading the conduct of church services from 10 a.m. on Sundays at Chapel of Abundance on campus as well. So fellowship as well within the campus is allowed. We have some places where we have this. Likewise, you have solar prayers on campus, that the one that is called children's service, we have it on campus. If you want to pray maybe at 2 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, you have some places that you can join. So what are the importance of welfare service? You can see, one, it enhances academic performance. Once we have all these services, promotes physical and mental wellness or well-being, reduce drop-out rates, then engage social integration and personal development, and it creates not only that, a safe and supportive learning environment. Students must take to and comply with the following duties. That is, you too you have duty to perform. If you give all these services but you fail to absorb them, then what is the essence? So students must take or comply with the following duty as well as responsibility. Attend classes punctually with all necessary study materials to achieve better academic results. Respect and obey all your teachers. Don't obey your teacher who will ask you to pay money to get marks. That is wrong. Don't obey your teacher who asks you go and call me that lady and you now set your colleagues for your lecturer. That's one way to say. The one that is on academic and morals, you must listen to them. Read on a regular basis and attend to homework or assignment or tutorial on time. Then maintain discipline in and out the classes, outside the class, and behave well at all times. Not only in the class, but everywhere on campus, even in the town. Obey the rules and regulations of the university. Take good care of school properties. Many of you damage the university property. I'm not saying you, but some of our students before your own time now, they destroy the university property and we lose many of these. Then we have good qualities of student, time management skill, leading to effective study habits, and strong work ethics. Active participation in academic work is very, very important. Self-motivation and conviction, accept responsibility and accountability. You must be very much responsible and then be accountable. Adaptable and flexibility, teamwork. Don't say I am alone and I need to be alone. Work with your colleagues. That is when you gain more. The person that is teaching will gain, and the person that is being taught will also gain. So these are the little I want to give you. I want to say thank you for listening.
And we appreciate the Dean of Student Affairs once again. Those of you at the back, looks to me like you are doing your own thing there. You can't even clap. And then, thank you. Thank you. We will soon finish this session. I assure you that we're not going to take long here. I hope the acting director of ICT is around. Okay, it's around. So the next topic is ICT facilities and usage. And we're going to have the acting director of the ICT to speak on that. That's Mr. Ago-Iwoye Oshimo.
Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor's Academy, the Deputy Vice Chancellor's Administration, the Registrar of the University, the University Librarian, the Bursar, and every other management. And all our deans, provosts, and head of departments. Great Nigerian students. Great Baba, great Bobo. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ago-Iwoye Oshimo, the acting director of ICT, Oolites University. I will take you the ICT. Please, can you please sit down? Hello, please, can you please sit down? So, you see. Well, ICT is one of the organs of the university, or let me just say a unit, very important unit of the university, under the office of the Vice Chancellor. That is, ICT is under the office of the Vice Chancellor. Well, as you are coming to the university, you will see that the university is digitally oriented in terms of when we want to send the form to you. What we did is to advertise and give you the link to our portal. That is how you manage to enter the university, that we register over 30,000 students. Doing that, we do some screening. that we allow you to come to university, that is post-street hearing. After the post-street hearing, then we do verification. During that period, we don't interact with you. That is, what we do is the system that is talking to you up to this level. This is the first time you are meeting the vice chancellor and all other people of the university, including the ICT. Now, what we did is for you to enter our portal is to use your job registration number. For you, that's what we use for you to. Yes, sir.
It's either you are here or you are out. So where are you coming from? Look, this is the discipline. You can't start your life like this.
We have some space here. Can you come and sit down in the front? We have some space. Just stand at the back. Just come to the front.
Nobody should stand. Please come in. You will see them be paid. And if there is no space, I need to have come toward the front. You have seats.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, sir. Please, I want to advise before I move on. This orientation program is very, very important. I know some students will believe they know better than the university. We have the principal officer sitting down, and it is an opportunity for you to sit down with the vice chancellor and to ask questions. But some people believe that this program is a gateway to your success as far as success is concerned, because every opportunity you are having today, you may not have it after today. Talking, asking questions, you won't have that time. Before you can meet this kind of principal officers is during your graduation. That is why I think it's very, very important to ask questions and understand of this program. Thank you. So, by so doing, now we are moving you immediately after the convocation. I think the audience is on Thursday. You have your what we call matriculation number. That matriculation number is your identity to the university. If anybody is asking anything, if they know your matriculation number, that is why all what they are saying, you have to be very careful. If you are giving matriculation number today, if you do anything, immediately send that matriculation number to ICT. Even your surname is okay. You all the details about you since inception to this university will give to the vice chancellor. And then the person will come. So please, you have to be very careful about the way you disseminate your password. The password is the key. We are going to use your surname as a tip of now. Immediately you are given that your portal that is giving you your matriculation number. Change your password. Please change it, because it's easy for someone to know your default password, which is your surname. They can enter to your portal and do some things, but you need to record in your name. So, and then how to build a strong password. Use capital letter, small letter, and a symbol like at or apostrophe. Just add it. For example, now today is what? Today is on the 5th. If I want to build my password around today's date, I can just say 5th, 5th. Today is January, J, capital J, January. Then I will now put 2026. Then I'll put at the end. So before somebody can build that, it's going to be very good. It's only what I tell you, you know. You can't know what I use for my password. Okay? Use a very strong password. That's kind of password is very strong. A password that will have a capital letter, we have a small letter, and we have a symbol. It's a strong password. Move on, please. So, Madam, I've said something about the course registration number. This university, you need to, I think a lot of people have paid your school fees now, right? Please, can you pay your school fees? I know the vice chancellor would have talked about the school fees also. If you know you don't have money, thank God we have net fund. Please go and take net fund. especially if you have university have even been let me just say they have been lenient with this new students. Let me tell you something. We have discovered that some people have not paid. They will have helped them, including the president has been only and the same thing, they don't have money, they have the we have put you on their fund. Those who have not paid, just go there and register. If you register, we capture you, then you can be able to exempt you from the school fees. It's now a loan for you to pay in the future. So we don't want a situation where you not pay school fees because you have given admission, you have passed through a lot of stages before you get to this level. Now I don't have school fees. University does not want. We have never done such a thing since the inception of this university. Allow students, all-level students, to go and apply for them for no. But when we see the man of the students, he come way to himself. He said, "Please help me to put them on that portal." And then he have begged on your behalf that they should put you on that platform. And for those who are students that will have matric number by Thursday or latest by next week, you can even go there. We'll put you on the platform again. If maybe you have take the school fees on loan, or probably you have taken on it, you can still go there and apply before the 31st of January. You can pay the loan back to the person you borrowed the money from and give it back to your parents. Please don't go and spend it. Thank you. So course registration is very, very important. Okay, in this university, if you don't register, it's not like on secondary school though, that when you go to secondary school that I have paid and I have to go and do exam, there is a registration in the university. Make sure you register for your courses that you want to do, and don't just go and register. Make sure you consult your course advisor. Ask for course advisor. There's going to be a departmental orientation too. When you get there, look for your course advisor. Make sure he asks you to read the courses that are going to register. Don't just go and give money to them emotional grant to help you to go and register. You will register of issue before you can remove a course that you register either knowingly or unknowingly. Before you register, it's going to pass through the DBC. It's only the BC who will allow you to remove that course if you have closed the portal. That's why it's very difficult. And if you don't register, it means you have dashed university your money. That's the truth. If you don't register for a session and you pay, the meaning is that you are not going to write the exam and your money is not going to be returned back to you. So make sure you register all your courses. So I've talked about it, just move on. So I think you have seen this one before, right? Yes. Make sure you fill all your data yourself. Don't allow your friend or someone in the that to help you to fill, because all they fill there you may not know. Make sure the medical is very important. I think they have scheduled you for medical examination, the time they are going to be in that place. No, they will do it. So that's why they are doing the orientation. They are going to see it on your portal the time they are going to for your medical checkup. Okay, they will do the registration everything with you. So then the counseling, please see the counselor. Make sure you fill necessary document and submit it. They are very, very important. Student affairs is very important. Libraries, after you have done all these things, you pack it in a file, you print it out, you sign everything, then you put it and you don't complete your registration as a student of this university until you are able to give that file to your faculty officer. It means you are not a student. Even if you get matriculation number and you are worrying about it, you need to submit the file. That thing can reach onto in the future without that file. You must submit that file to your faculty. Are you on? Yes, well, as the VC have said, there is no, we have said bye-bye to leave of absence as far as this university is concerned, except on health grant, and then we don't pray that you get sick, that will not be able to do your academic session. Say amen now. So, on the issue of I don't have money, that one has gone. Okay, because there is where you can get money without stress. We won't even pay interest. that is net fund. Okay, please, you can go and Google for the net fund, check up the details, then you understand how you can apply for net fund in the future. You cannot apply for it now. Restatements. Okay, potentially probably you are granted leave of absence and you are coming back. Before you go for leave of absence, university is different from a secondary school where you just leave the university and say I'm sick. They should know I'm sick now. My mommy should call them that I'm sick. That kind of something is not in university. If you are sick, you must come with a medical report, and that medical report will be shared by our health center to confirm truly if you are sick. If you are in the hospital, you will come and check you there and confirm that you are sick. Then you cannot put up a memo or a letter to your HOD, to your team, to the DBC account, to the vice chancellor. Then if you have approved your leave of absence, and then you see it online, it's online. You don't need to meet anybody, okay? You are going for leave of absence, it's online. I know how to do how do I do that? No, it's online. You just put it online, then you add your document there, you see it. They will within the 4 hours, they can approve for you, then you can move to go to leave of absence. On what? On what kind? On health can. Not that I don't have money, I don't have this. No, it's not acceptable. So when you are coming back to the university, you have to make sure, not that you just go to the class and say I'll resume. You must apply for restatement again, the way you have left, that's where you are coming back. Then you apply, then if you apply and approve your restatement and you are back to the university, you have informed every organ of the university that I'm back, that I'm ready for the session. So I think they have talked about the suspension and expulsion. I don't pray that you resort to suspension. Don't cheat in exam. Don't talk in exam. They have said nothing about anything. If you misbehave outside, it can cause suspension. If it is caught, expulsion. But you have to meet the disciplinary committee of the university, student disciplinary committee. After they have investigated, they have done their investigation, they will recommend to the vice chancellor, and after the recommendation, this thing can happen, anything can happen. If you are exonerated, you say you are exonerated. If you are caught with anything, then you will not say suspension or expulsion. I don't think that you are suspended from the university, and I don't think that you are expelled from this university. Thank you. So now let's talk about CBT, computer-based tests. Computer-based test is compulsory for 100 level and 200 level. I know you are familiar with our CBT center at ICT where you did your OOU. Please, kindly, you can come to the ICT, look around, check things, but please make sure that if you have a computer system, you can try to be practicing something like CBT online, okay? But make sure that you are familiar with yourself with all what happened during your OOU that you cannot drag mouse, you cannot play this, you cannot that. Nobody will assist you when you are on the level. Are you with me now? You must know how to use computer very well, because all your courses on the level, 200 level will be through the CBT. So please, kindly, and then anytime you get to CBT center, what you use your matric number and your surname is your password. Don't use the password of your partner. Your password of your partner is not the one you are using for your CBT. And then don't cheat. Don't come for someone to come and get that. Because that system, I think you have seen it before, is going to capture your picture, your matric number, and the course you want to use is going to be there. If you have anybody who are caught, you know where you are going, that's a disciplinary committee. Can you move on? Now, we have what we call LMS, Learning Management System. You are not familiar with it, but you will be saying it. I don't know, you are familiar. I think DNS. You have seen DNS, right? The DNS, that is online. That will be teaching you online now. Some classes you'll be doing it online. Okay? We are going to register you. I think we have done some. You see, we have done some that we are going to give you a special email. That is an email that is going to read all of this on our university. Oh, you are going to email. We are going to give it to you. that is what you are going to use for your voting, because by next year you have access to vote as a student, but now you cannot vote because you have not reached the 200 level. But you must make sure you have that email, okay, now, because that's what you are going to use for your LMS. Please, soon we will roll it out, then you will see it on the portal. So that is, you can see it on your portal LMS email. Have you seen it? So that is it. You must make sure that you don't see it. Can you just put it on your platform? Tell us you don't see, so we can put it there, because every time you want to do election, that is what you are going to use for votes. Thank you. So you can see the platform. Continue. So now, okay, team, we use module based on the lecturer, okay? But now we are using, I think we are using module for GNS, okay? Yeah. So your profile, I think you are familiar with all this. Can you just read there, please? Maximize, please, maximize. Some of you, when you pay, you say, I didn't see it does not reflect. You can do some, it's Nigeria problem, it's not ICT problem. You know, when you pay money outside, you say decline, or I did not see the money. All this thing we are doing is our machine too is working with all these banks also. So when you get there, maybe probably you are paid and it doesn't reflect. Can you see where you say track my BPLS payments? Have you seen it there? Just click on that thing. It will validate where the machine used to be with our portal. It will synchronize. When you pay, it doesn't synchronize with our system immediately. It may take some minutes, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, depends. Okay? But if you want to fast track it, that's what I still used to do at the back end. We track the payments. You get your matric number, but now you can track it yourself. Just click on track my payment. That is BPNS payment. It will validate immediately and you see your money immediately. If you don't see it, then you can then consult ICT for them to assist you. Then you can go to the library from that place, from the dashboard. Okay, my dashboard, you can see your payment. Can you get that? Likewise, your payments, all the payments you have made since inception, like including the 2004, post-UTME, you will see it there. Okay, as you are paying in the university, you will see all your money as it's going, 100 level, 200 level, 200 level. So, you see. So, well, thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Agent Director. Can we put your hands together for me? And then we have the last topic for this session, after which we'll take some questions. The topic is understanding the course unit system and requirement for graduation in the university system. And we have a very senior academic staff, that's the provost of the postgraduate school, who will be taking the Professor Ago-Iwoye. Hope you are welcome, sir.
Can we give our Vice Chancellor Bakolo a round of applause, please? Because some of you are speaking. You are speaking, please. This is your future in this university. I pray you graduate successfully. Yeah. I didn't hear you there. Yeah. Good. I am going to present to you your future. Now, it is when you graduate, now say, I am a graduate. So we start from the salutation, congratulating you for being here today. Out of 40,000 students, you are able to get in place. So clap for yourself. Clap for those at the back, clap for yourself. So let's move fast. Some of the things have been discussed with you, that when you come, make sure you register. Like someone said, this is not a secondary school. That is when you are being down, or when you are doing your school search, you now decide to go and pay school fees and register. It's not the university. The first thing you do is to make sure that you register for all the courses that you have to do. And having registered, there is a prescribed process of registration. Having registered, make sure the document is given to the faculty officer. If we open a file for you, I know this is trying to visualize the entire process in the university. But you will give a file where that file will be part of you until you graduate. So make sure you present that registration form to the faculty officer. And your registration process is not complete until you have given it to her. If she says she has not received it, sorry about that. Make sure that you hand over to the faculty officer. There's a period of registration, like I told you. Not when you are doing school search, you now go and pay school fees and say, I am your student. Once you register, you are part and parcel of the university. But if you don't register, you have not started at all. There's a deadline, not any time you want. The next one is the information you should know. Only students who are fully registered can claim to be part of this university. That is the greatest university in this country. Say yes and clap for yourself. That you are lucky to be part of it. Courses are evaluated in terms of course units. If you come through UTME, you have to spend 4 academic years or 8 semesters. Academic year is different from normal years. In this university, all things being equal, as Vice Chancellor has done, in 3 years' time, supposed to have finished. In 3 years, 3.5, all things being equal, you will have finished. Don't say it is too long. It's not long. It's short. So make sure that you do that regularly, and then you look at what is to be done. If you are direct entry, that is that you have got A level, or you have gone through our programs we have there. Then you spend just 6 semesters. And no student is allowed to exceed an additional 50% of the normal duration of the program. If you are to spend 4 academic years, you cannot allow more than 2 academic years. That is that you can't spend more than 6 academic years. For those of you who are a bit weak, but I know you are brilliant, you make sure that you regulate and finish on time in Jesus' name. The next one is that there are 4 levels of courses numbered. You have 100 level, you have 200 level, you have 300 level, and you have 400 level as you see them on the screen. Let's move up. Move to the next slide, please. Move to the next slide, please. Where are you now? The next slide to that is slide 9. There are 4 level courses I've mentioned, and these are the faculties you have. Faculty of Arts, Sciences, Education, Basic Medical Sciences, Social Sciences, and the Faculty of Administration and Management Sciences, and others as well. You also have, there are 5 level courses you have in some departments and programs. Mark you, the first one you look at those who are 4 years and 6 years maximum you can stay. And these are courses that will take you 5 academic years, like law, agric sciences, engineering, pharmacy, and clinical sciences. These are programs that will take you extra year because of the programs you have to run, because you have to run, as prescribed by the National University Commission as well as the university. So you have to. The next one to that is, can you go please? So you have graduation requirements. You have graduation requirements. For 4-year programs, you are expected to come into UTME. For 5 years program, you are expected to have UTME candidates. So in that, you have 4 years, and you are supposed to have a minimum of 20 units, as the case may be. When I say minimum, that is for you to graduate as a now is 120 units, as the case may be. Then you also have the direct entry students who are expected to have a minimum of 90 units to graduate. That is, all things being equal. Let me sound the note as one. If you are supposed to do some core courses, compulsory courses, and you go and register if you are arts, and there are core courses for you to do there, and you go to banking and finance, maybe this one too is the core course. After all, and the university, no, you have to do the one prescribed for your program. That does not stop you to have more than units supposed to have, provided you don't enjoy yourself when it comes to doing well. We have direct entry students. You have to spend 4 years and be expected to pass a minimum of 120 units, which must include all compulsory courses. I know some students come to me and they said, I finished all programs, but they said no only 1 unit. What is the core courses? What is compulsory course? What is all this one? This is compulsory, that's why they use the word compulsory courses. They are prerequisites for your graduation. There are terminology we use. These are just mentioned to you. We say compulsory courses. These are specified by the faculty, the department, and the university as a whole. So these core courses must be done and you must pass with 40%. I repeat, 40%. And there are also required courses specified by the department that you must also pass. You must pass with 40%. After all, I've got 39. I should be able to move further. You also have, the next one I have with me is electives. There are departmental elective courses from which a student can take in order to make up required additional units to graduate. These are electives that you are asked to do. And you also have prerequisites. This is very essential. A course is essential in taking another course. For example, if you are doing English 102 and you didn't do English 101, I don't know how you want to make it. Grammar is grammatical. People who read English will tell you that you need to have the prerequisites. And that appears in almost all courses that you have in the university. Students are required to register for no less than 15 units in each department. Wherever you have to register for 15 units. Because your course units are devoted 3 units each. It means 5 units. Some are 2 units, but you must make minimum of that 15 units. Adventure, if your course are 2 units each, it means you have to register for what? 16 units. Courses are taught each semester shall be examined at the end of that semester. And the pass mark
is 40%. Continuous assessment. This shall be done through assignments, sometimes take home work, quizzes in the class, practical and tests. This constitutes 30% of the full mark. If you are supposed to earn 70, your continuous carries 30%. So in 100% course, you have 30% and you have 70%. So if you see somebody who has A, which I will explain later, he must have done well, and adding the two together gives that student 70%. There's other examination, final examination should normally be given for every course at the end of this semester. Final examination is 70%. The maximum course unit or maximum grade for a course is 100%. And the final exam constitutes, as I mentioned to you, 70% of the 100%. So if I were you, I will do my assignment very well. At worst, I get 20 or 25. At most, I have my 30. You only need to work for 40% of that 70% to earn your A mark. For a candidate, please listen. For a candidate qualified to sit for examination in a course, you must have attended lectures, tutorial, practical, 70%. That's why the ICT was telling you that you come and tell us, go here, that I was sick, I cannot come to class. The first week cannot come to class. Second week cannot come to class. Third week cannot come to class. When the examination now was about to come, you begin to attend. Somebody like me have a register for you. If you are 1,000, I will sign your name. So 70% is very essential for you to be able to be eligible to the examination. Contrary to that, you will not be allowed to do any exam. So look at letter grades. Number 1, 70 to 100% A grade. I pray it will be your portion. You talk now. The second one is B, 60 to 69, 4 points. The grade unit is 4. 50 to 59 C, 3 points. You have 45 to all the way down. And though I would like to mention, but for the purpose, I will mention 0 to 39 is 0. I pray you don't earn that. The next one is a student who fails to obtain 10 units at the end of the 100 level. So that presupposes that if your courses are 3 units, you must have passed 3 courses to make 10 units. So you need to make sure that at least you pass 3 courses. If the units of your course is 2, you need to pass 5. That's why you must be very serious. University is not where you go and beg go. So the next one is, so you have up to 40. If you have 40 units at the end of 400 level, the university will assist you to withdraw. Or you on your own will withdraw. If at the end of your 400 level, you only have 40 units, you have withdrawn yourself at least. So you need to work very hard to make sure that you are able to get this one. Now it appears, sorry, I rush quickly, I know.
I'm enjoying them. So let me take you to calculation. Look at that result you have with you. That fellow has EPA of 3.7. And the total units 20. If you look at the same remark what? Pass. Look at the one below. Look at the remark by the side. He has 6 10 UP and the GPA is 0.3. Such a student is already on the way out. It will not be a portion in Jesus' name. So let me quickly take you to degree that can be awarded to you at any point in time. You have first class, that is my portion, and that's your portion. 4.5 to 5. And the least there to pass is 1.0 to 1.49. And that's pass. I want to appeal to you. Don't fall into that category. God will help you. So the sanction for non-registration, if you don't register, you are not entitled to any exam. Don't say, I've done the exam, or by adventure, you're able to manage it and do the exam. And then you didn't see any mark. Come and complain. No, you don't register. System will capture you. System will capture you. There's one again, I would have loved to tell you, I've said it already, that attendance, attendance, attendance. When you come to class, you learn. Finally, I want to congratulate you for coming to the best university in Nigeria. God bless you.
Let's put our hands together again for Professor. Thank you very much. All right, now we will just take a few questions. If you have questions, can you raise up the hand very well? Have the questions on all the topics that we have listened to. If you have any question, I can see one hand there. Can you come to the front, please? Any other? If you have it, you can also come. Quickly now. We'll just take those 2 questions. All right, let's be attentive.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir.
Tell us your name, your department.
Okay, my name is Ago-Iwoye. My name is Ago-Iwoye. My department is microbiology. My question goes thus: when is the deadline for registration ending?
The question is noted. Let's the second person ask question.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Rufai Briggs from Accent, Art and Social Science Education. My question is that in our course form registration, inside the form we are seeing class not attended and visit class. I don't know the meaning of those things. Can we submit it like that?
ICT, director, and has he left? Take your question again. Let me get ready.
In our course form, when I filled mine, I'm seeing visit class and not attended. And I'm asking that, can we submit the form like that or not?
Okay. Let the top person ask.
My name is Oolites. My department is medicine. In my course registration form, because for my entire department, we cannot do the course registration. And the course registration deadline has already been over. So that's just one. Like other departments, they are able to do the course form registration. But my department cannot be able to do the course registration.
What is that department?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Abidori Sikiru and I'm from the Faculty of Law. I have a question concerning what is said about attendance.
because we have a class that is clashing with another class, and we have not been attending the class for a while now. So I want to say, can something be done to it?
Which faculty? No. What level? Okay. Okay, I've answered the question one by one. I'll just the question that generic. The deadline is not fixed by you. For freshers, the deadline for payment of school fees is today. If you say how 100 times, that will not change it. Listen and listen attentively. If I did this all, and you are yet to pay school fees, raise up your hand. If you are in this all, and you are yet to pay. If you don't have school fees, if you are unable to pay by virtue of financial constraint, there are 530 of you or so. I've helped you to put it on network. Only 6 of you have gone there to register. I've given you up to the end of today, failure which I will remove your name, but I am expected to send the list to JAMB. I've done that by including your name that you are going to apply for network. And if you refuse to do so, I've done that for you for the past 2 weeks. It's part of discipline. If you refuse to do so by end of today, the rest assured that you are wasting your time in this school. I will remove your name completely. You are not going to be part of articulation authority. Okay? So the second one is the issue of registration. Yes, when you see that it's not allowing you because you don't have articulation number yet. That is why we are not closing the portal for registration. We only close, if you go and check, we are closed the portal for acceptance fee about a month ago. Even if I am giving admission, I don't allow you to pay acceptance in the last 1 month because we have got it to the number that we needed. We can't go the other. Okay? In between, you are expected to pay school fees. And once you pay your school fees, you then migrate to registration, which is course registration. You can only do course registration after matriculation. That will be done on Thursday. Now, for those of you that already made attempt, it will automatically put you. If you go back down on Friday to go and check, you see that will have been done for you. Okay? Other level students should not bother too much about course registration. I will automate it for all of you because they are compulsory courses, and so it is compulsory that you do all those courses. You don't have option. There is no option for you at all level. You know, except in that they need to do second or third department. Okay, so those ones you can then go back there and pick the one that is optional for you. But the rest, you automate it immediately after the articulation. Okay? For those of you that are immersing, all the problem will also be solved the same way. So don't crack your brain on that one. If there's a clash, it's quite unfortunate that this is the 9th week. So we need to talk to the dean of the faculty. The other one that you have not attended, nobody will punish you for that one because you cannot divide yourself to 2 places at the same time. So that will be sorted out again. It's also the work of the timetable committee to look at those details before we ask you to go and start attending lectures. In fact, they might not even know that those courses are clashing as we speak. So we'll find a way around it. You are not going to be penalized or necessary for that. Have I answered all your questions? Okay, is there another question that you want? You can come out and ask those questions and so that we can move to the next phase. Quickly. And I also see that some of you that came out to come and ask questions, you are wearing slippers. That will not be acceptable. You can wear sandal. It's not compulsory. You understand? But wearing slippers is out of it. Go and tell your police. You must dress well. All right? Yes, let's.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ago-Iwoye from Journalism and Media Studies. Sir, concerning our online classes, we don't know where to mark attendance. We don't know maybe it's under the comment section or there is a link that will be provided to mark attendance. We don't know where to mark attendance. And also, for the new courses, journalism and advertising.
He is doing his work. He's practicing like for more level. Journalism, see, all of that clapping for him already.
Sir, and also for the new courses under mass communication, the classes we are using to take lectures is not convenient for us. Some of us will stand and it's not quite good. Some of us will stand till we finish the lecture. So I want.
Don't go. Now that question again, last one.
Sir, it's not really like a question. I said the classes we are using for our lectures, the new department under mass communication is not convenient for us. Some of us will stand from the beginning of the class to the end. So we want like a bigger hall like our using.
Okay, I want to have a question. The first question is also in line with the registration of the okay? Once we're able to enter that online class, which is DNS, the attendance is taken almost immediately. Yes. You also have quiz there, don't you? Don't you have quiz? There's always quiz there. What is both? Before, there's some online tests that you see there before the end of the lectures, before you log out. So if you are part, if you are like, they are just wasting your time. If you are part of those people that will just log in to show that you are there and you are not there, that's the way by which we know. If you check for those that have been attending it, towards the end of the lecture, you see some quiz there. If you attend that, you know you are in class to the end. And those are the people that attended the class. You can say, there. Your will not change anything. That's the truth. So, that is part of quality assurance. We have a way to monitor that you actually enter the class. You can just go and put, you enter the MLS, you put it there. And then after some time, you log out. And they will see that I've already entered. There's a way that we also check if you are there. Part of it is what I told you. When you don't attend that, you are not there. Okay? The last question is that just lecturer, they don't have the figure, but some of you are still paying. In spite of what we are talking about tutorial list. Some of you are just paying. you don't really know the actual number. And it is part of planning. If you pay and register, then we know that this is the number that we have in social class. We can then use that class. We can know that that class is not going to be enough for you. We then use a bigger class. But once all of you have not yet registered, it's going to be difficult for us to know the number in class that we are going to use the particular class for. You know, so for instance, for JNS is quite online because there's no class that can control us. So put all those ones online. For other lab classes, the one we do Monday and Tuesday, we use 2 lab classes, lecture chapter 3 and 2, and then we ensure that as we are teaching in lecture chapter 3, we are still in lecture chapter 2. And the screen, one of the screens that was not working before we left, has already been repaired on Friday. I was there on Friday to make sure that that happened. So we don't really have issues. And I can also assure you, anytime from now, you see solar. And those 3 lecture rooms, lecture that are 1, 2, 3, that we don't really need to depend on any, either there's live and not live, the class will run. The contractor has already approved that. And in the latest by next week, you should see them working there. So the rest are sure that we are for you, we want the best for you. And you can also see that, like I told you, we are making an effort to make sure that the fiber is done. The president of today, zone team that monitor what they do. Now they have finished all the digging and all the cables that are lining. Now it's for them to enter this building and start facing them. If you go to the ICT building, you see the materials down there. They just brought it during the holiday. So you start going to the hall and start using them. The essence of what we are trying to do for you is for you to be able to access all those materials in library, online, without going anywhere. You can access using your Wi-Fi to access all the teaching materials of this university without any ease. All the journals we talked about, we want you to be able to access it yourself. And we are also making plans to ensure that your lectures are also digitalized, such a way that even after class, you can go back to it and check again, so I make it easier for you to compare. Right? So, but we also need you to be able to contribute to your quota by ensuring that you attend class and come to school regularly, all the practicals, all the assignments, make sure you do that. Now don't copy anybody. It's also not good for you. Let others copy you. Why must you be copy? Eh? Here's another question before we move to the next one. I hope you are satisfied now. Right? Then that will be the last one.
Good afternoon, sir. For the first session, when Professor Guinness was speaking on the opportunities you can get from the university under the
What is your name? And which department are connected with?
I'm Ago-Iwoye from Food Science and Technology Department. So under the career preparation, she mentioned about research.
Where is food science?
Yes, sir.
Which faculty is that?
Faculty of Agricultural Management and Rural Development.
Okay. I want to be sure that you know the faculty.
So under the career preparation, she mentioned about research skills. So I want to ask, how do I develop my research skills from now?
My name is Ago-Iwoye. I'm from Content Department. And I want to ask that at the school gate, after they check out, if the bus will come it is not available, can we get another bus that's available?
Because every Monday, every session for us, every Monday, sir. Now that this is really compulsory for us to attend. Sorry, let me get the question anyway. That same boss that took you from town. Yes. When they were checking you at the gate. Yes. They asked you to drop. Yes. And now the boss will go away from you. Yes. If you go to enter that boss, if you don't see around. Yes. I believe you. I don't go to another boss. And the really possible. So the question can be answered by you yourself. So if you are supposed to be in that new board and you want to go ahead, what happened to those people that are already there? There's a wait. They left us before they took out. They left before they left. So before you can join that board, before you actually left. Yes. Oh, okay, you answer that one. You are very busy. And it is really compulsory for us to check up, sir. Really? It is really compulsory for the check up, sir. Really compulsory. For you to do the check up at the school days. Okay. Okay, is it compulsory? Okay. If it's not compulsory, who asked you to get down? Come. Don't bend like you to school again. Don't dance like you to school again. Listen now.
My name is Oolites from Applied Zoology. So my question is mainly on the fees we are paying. Normally we were seeing 200K. So there was a 10,000 included in it. So we were told to pay the amount on it. Due to some advice which I got that has been giving me some issue. So I wanted to ask that, are we supposed to add the 10,000 or remove from it?
Have you paid your students? You are not paying. You are not my student.
Not all.
Then we don't care where to. Where do you pay the money that is not for?
On the portal.
You pay part payment.
No.
Now you are not paid at all.
No, it was not me that was running the process because it was my brother that was lecturing me.
Okay, let me tell you. Some of you are in that category. You are not a student at all. If you don't pay school fees, you are not a student. There is only a part payment. Are we hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Either 10,000, 1 naira, and be added to your school fees and see it like totally there. And pay at once.
Yes, sir.
So if you are not paid, what if by now you are not a student?
I paid finish. I paid it yesterday. The amount.
If you give me my money,
No, that's all.
give me to the next person. You don't have any question to ask.
Second question, sir. Sir, I got the transportation on Monday after having classes, which is before we know usually get the bus. Some bus usually tell us that they don't carry the destination we are going to. So we usually stay, which are other destination, they enter the bus and get going. While we stay at school during late hour before we reach our home.
Sorry, welcome to
I just want to continue a question from my My name is Antisocial Anita. My department is law. And so I just want to continue a question from where my question stopped. Concerning the classes are classroom. So you said you will not be penalized for it, but you still write the exams, right? The exams for that course. And
Can you write the exam? Can you be examined on the course that you did not attend?
So I wanted to ask that question. You used to write it, okay, you cannot, you're not writing the exam then.
No, I'm asking, can you write the exam for the course that you are not be taught?
It's actually possible. You can borrow it and you can stop it. It's very possible. But it's not easy if you don't have a lecturer who don't explain it for you.
No, all those things we sorted out administratively.
Okay, concerning the GST videos are past videos, last year's videos. So I don't know how we'll be able to interact with the video which is just sent and still take a test after each classes. But the classes have been attending their videos.
The course materials are controlled. The details are the same. So, as you can see, when the post those things there, you still have facilitators online as well. So if you have questions, you ask them.
Okay. So the test, you still take the test, like, how will we take the test? Like, how will it be possible when the class is a video?
The video means that you are taking the class online. Okay? So when you want to ask questions, the test is also going to be online. They're going to select, the question is going to be given to you online. They're going to answer the question.
So you submit it where?
You want to submit it online. Not submit the question, you should submit to answer online.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Martin Sikyu from Faculty of Law. I made a payment regarding the matriculation twice, and I wasn't given any receipt. And I've been trying to access the portal since yesterday, which is not going through.
You're not very good with that. So if you have said successfully, right, you need to generate your receipt and reach out the law. Okay. Now, on the issue of transportation, listen to me very well. Listen very well now. What we have done is to assist you in making sure that your stay here is also very, very easy and smooth. If you check in December, we decided to bring the buses out to help you and take you to Benga and far off from there, just to assist you and make sure that your transportation is free. Now, in terms of taking, are you there now? Because I'm just making noise there. First, you need to thank the student union leaders. In the past, it's not as easy as you would think. By now, the transporters that you are talking about will have jacked it about 4 or 5 times. We'll be fighting there. It's the survival of the fittest at that time. You'll be trekking to town. But when you come to work, come to school with 50 naira, and you want to go back with 150, and then become an issue. But with the help of the student union leaders, we were able to solve this problem to this level that we find ourselves. By having the buses, that's why you see Marco Polo coming out. And you can see that Marco Polo, they won't go beyond the main campus. Carry people from the campus to here. Because the transporters, those are the SUD and the other ones, the civilians, they will start making noise. But what we have tried to do is to use our Marco Polo to circulate there and make sure that you have. Okay? If you are going to town the instruction given to the venture, which is the child of the Marco Polo buses, is that until the last person leaves the campus, they will not go, they will close. And that is why you see them sometimes coming to lecture like 3 to come and pick the student there. So if you are patient enough, they will take you to town. But they might not be able to take you to your destination, they might be able to take you to Tamale or whatever, because we don't really want a fight between Marco Polo buses and that of the transporters in the town. Do you understand that? So we will continue to make efforts by building more hostels. Yeah. You see, like I said, all of you are enjoying. Well, let's give yourself a round of applause again. You are actually enjoying now. You know, when some of us are sitting here, we finish from this school. When we are here, no story like this. When we are coming to school, you have 2 clothes. The one that you are going to use, because those roads are not tied that time. You use the one you be able to get to school, you dress again the toilet, to enter the class, and then when you are going. Now, you have everything tired. You are enjoying. You have hostels here. During our own time, where I stay, as an undergraduate here, have you ever seen a decking with plywood? All those planks, as decking. Have you ever seen one? And then you are enjoying. That time, we stay, where we stay, the decking is plywood. And so, as you are climbing the thing, you'll be having the footstep, pa, 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 pa. And then there is actually interior. So you trek more than 1 kilometer to get to where you can even get bike. There's no bike anyway. To get taxi that will take you to the area. Right? But now, you are even saying it doesn't take you to your destination. That time, if you have the one that can take me, I will be happy. But we are here now. Right? So we continue to improve. And that's why I told that person, welcome to OOU. But things are getting better. And we are also making sure that we don't go through the stress that we actually pass through. Right? Okay, can we go to the next place now? Okay, before then, let me give 5 minutes of our time and please with all the police officers and other members of staff that are supposed to give the talks now. So let's give 5 minutes to the student union president to actually address the gathering. You don't even know your president. You don't know him. You can even see now.
Good afternoon to the school management, from the vice chancellor to the DVC ACAD, DVC administration, professor, dean of student affairs, registrar, and every other distinguished administrator of the university. I greet you all. Of the greatest Nigerian students. Okay. Of the greatest Nigerian students. Okay. I welcome you all to Oolites University. Standing before you is Senator Ms. Oolites, the student union president. This means I remain the #1 student of Oolites University in Nigeria and the diaspora, the #1. So, there is one thing I remember which actually made me click to have a conversation with the students having them at the orientation today. There is a book I read which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I think most of you have read about it. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it was stated there that when you are specialized
you surely be unionized. I started as the student union president today is because of the population of students we have in the school. We're all special here as students, and that is why we are unionized. And one thing that will make you to be very, very much capacitated to aspire and to be in the position of a student union leader is to meet up with all the requirements, or is to meet up with all the necessary things that have been mentioned from our dean down to the dean of education, Professor Prof. Mrs., down to the dean of student affairs, to the ICT and every other administrator of the school management. Meeting up with the social standard of the university, the cultural standard of the university, the ethics of the university. If you are caught, it's a questionable character. Obviously, you won't be able to contest for any post at all. Whether being the lowest post or the highest post, which is the union president, you might not be able to contest at all when you are found with a questionable character. And that will actually lead you to the student disciplinary committee. I'm very sure they must have mentioned it here. So, all I just want to plead with all the students here in Olamide University. There is a lot of development happening. There is no semester will resume in OOU that you won't meet any development. The way we do it in student unionism is that we don't do what African activities we do. And I wanted to do it in the student union. We are giving 3 BOSA for the school management of Olamide University. BOSA, BOSA, BOSA. And to the particular and our name Vice Chancellor of Olamide University, I want you to also give it, in particular, 3 BOSA to the Vice Chancellor. BOSA, BOSA, BOSA. This Vice Chancellor and the school management has made sure that they have shaped the education of Olamide University as an enlightening experience. When I observe Olamide University very well, then I titled it that whatever is happening in Olamide University is you getting an enlightening experience, whether it be digital skills or whatever is happening in our surroundings, particularly for our infrastructure. Check the facts. Anytime we come every semester, there will always be an infrastructural development in OOU. Like the Vice Chancellor has mentioned, in the last years, Olamide University is not like this. And if you are facing any issues in terms of transportation, I can bet it with you that Olamide University is still in the process of development. And the process of development is which, why we have all this little struggle, scarcity of courses. We are improving. The amount of students we are admitting this year is not the same as the one we admitted last section. So you just have to bear with the process of development that we are having with Olamide University. I can assure you, in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years, students coming into this school also, they will tell you about the good things that is happening in Olamide University. In the future, which you will just be like, so all these good things is happening in OOU now, which I did not even benefited from or enjoy when I was in the school. Just like what is going to happen in the next few months now. Olamide University students will be enjoying free Wi-Fi across all the buildings. Yes, the Vice Chancellor is evaluating that for us. Recently, the SUG Organization Center that have been in a stage whereby most students are able to go there to relax. The students have managed to write to the Vice Chancellor and the school management, and I can categorically tell you that millions of naira has been awarded to that relaxation center. Today, if you get there, the relaxation center group has been covered, which means the students can now come. The relaxation center is before the health center. You can easily come there, relax during your break, or anytime you are done with your lectures. All these things are signs of what? Of development in Olamide University. And I just want to plead with all the students once again that please, the code of conduct of this school is very, very important, which we must adhere to it. Lastly, remember, as far as you are a student of this school, you can never leave be nothing. That's one thing I've been able to observe again. There's a good thing about life and there's a bad thing about life. You will either good or bad. But it's either you are what? You are good, better, or best in a positive way. Or you decided to be what? A good, better, or best version of yourself in a wrong way. Then the decision is yours to make in order to say about the university. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you everybody. Right, a round of applause again for those who came out to ask questions and for our PC for everything that we do. We are moving on now and we're going to be fast. I will call the person representing the director of OOU Orientation and Counseling Center, that's Mrs. Isima Mercy, to speak for 10 minutes on the importance of Professor OOU Guardian and Counseling Center. 10 minutes, please. We still have so many topics today, and I don't want to keep these students here for too long. Please.
Thank you, sir. The principal officers of the university, distinguished members of the high table, members of staff here present, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I should not greet you again. All right. I am Mrs. Mercy Isama, and I'm representing the director of the Counseling Center, and I'm talking to you briefly on the importance of Professor OOU Guidance and Counseling Center. The name is just the importance of the University Guidance and Counseling Center. Once again, I welcome you to Olabisi Onabanjo University. Yes, so as you look at the importance of the Guidance and Counseling Center, first of all, I want you to know that counseling is not just a service provided to people who have problems alone. Did you get that? Because some of you, whenever you hear...
Just a minute. We do not want students to leave the hall, please. And I plead security people help us to shut the door. We do not, you are not expected to leave. You are here. It's not right. It is not right, please. It is not right. It's not right. And I'm trying as much as possible to make the presentation very short. Please. I assure you, we are not going to stay here more than expected. Please. You can go on, madam.
Thank you, sir. As I was saying, I said for some of you, whenever you hear counseling, what comes to your mind is, oh, people that have issues, mental problems. But that's not what counseling is all about. Of course, we assist students who are in problems to resolve their problems. But beyond that, counseling is aimed at helping you thrive overall in all areas of your life as a student. So let's look at some of the key services that are provided in the counseling center. Now, the first one, which you can see there, is academic counseling. You agree with me, you are in school to learn, of course. Even everybody knows you are in school to learn. And everything that has to do with your education, your academics, how you study, time management, preparation for exams, falls under this. There are some students that find it difficult to manage their time. But while some of you are asking questions, some are saying the lectures they are receiving, some of you have difficulty, coping with the changes you are experiencing now. You just left secondary school and you are in university. A number of you have difficulties coping with the university system, how you study. Of course, you know how you study in university is quite different from the way you study in secondary school. When you were in secondary school, you can just pick your notebook a night before the exam. That's what some of you do. You just pick your notebooks a night before the exam, you read, you write, and you pass, but that won't work here. If you carry that mentality to Olabisi Onabanjo University, just be ready to harvest a bunch of Fs. So please, as a student, you have come to the university, your exams should be starting in February. So if you have not started studying, this is the right time to start. If you have not started, don't wait till a week or 2 weeks before your exam. And still under this, there are a number of students who experience exam anxiety. When exams are approaching, maybe a week or two before the exams, you see them shaking, fidgeting, some people run into depression. That's part of the services we offer in the center to help you address exam anxiety. And still under that, since that's the main thing we do here, let me talk more on that. We also help you identify the best time to study. The way A studies or the time A studies might be quite different from the time B studies and assimilate. Personally, when I was in school as a student, I hate night readings. If you wake me up at night to study, you are wasting your time. In fact, there was a time I had an exam to write. My local parents I was staying with them woke me up at night to study. I slept. In fact, they applied rub on my eye, I still slept. So for me, reading at night was not my thing. But during the daytime, you won't see me roaming about. I maximize my daytime. And for some students, they can't read during the day. It's during the night. So if you are not able to identify the best time you study and assimilate, you might just find yourself wasting your time running around with somebody who studies at night during the day, and you are a day reader, you are running around with that person. So when you are sleeping at night, that other person is busy studying. If you don't know these differences, you might end up performing poorly academically. Now, the next area or the next line of service provided has to do with emotional and psychological support. Of course, since you've been here, some of you are stressed already. We help you in addressing, dealing with stress, coping with stress, and also how to develop good relationship with your peers. Some of you don't know how to relate with each other, with your peers. Counseling can help you develop that skill. Now, let's look at the next, because of our time. Career development. That's another key service provided at the counseling center. When the Dean Faculty of Education was speaking this morning, she made mention of something which I grabbed. I don't know if you got that. She said, gone are the days where you just depend on salary alone. Entrepreneurship is gradually taking over. There are some of you studying English, some of you studying law, but you have other skills that you can actually monetize. So in the counseling center, of course, we have psychological tools that we can use to assess and identify those skills you have and see how to match you with the right career or profession that you can actually make good money from. Now, the next area, which has to do with adjustment and crisis intervention. For some of you, this is your first time leaving home. You have always been with your parents for the past 18 years. So this is your first time, staying alone. You are finding it difficult to adjust. You visit the counseling center, and there are professionals who have been trained to help you adjust to all of these changes, as well as suicide prevention. Another aspect of that is suicide prevention and awareness. There was a time, I think last year, there were quite a number of suicidal cases. In fact, there was a student that came to me in the counseling center one day, and a friend of hers referred her, and she said on her way down, she just wanted to run into a moving vehicle so that the vehicle would just crush her and she died. So, yes, it was that serious. So, we were able to help her. She's stable, she's doing very fine, and we invited the parents, realized that it was even issues at home that was even causing that. So, you visit the counseling center, even if there are things that are happening in your homes with your parents and it's affecting you, the fact that you are a student of Olabisi Onabanjo University, you are under our care, and it's our responsibility to care for you and see that you have a seamless academic journey in OOU. Also, all right, let's move to the next slide now because of our time. Now, why is the counseling center important? We have looked at the services rendered. Why should you visit the counseling center? Visiting the counseling center will help you will help you maintain a stable mental health. Of course, if there's anybody that has not heard the word mental health before, let me see your hand up. You've heard mental health before, let me see your hand up. It has become the talk of the day. Everywhere you go, mental health, mental health, mental health. Even people that don't even know the meaning of mental health, they say mental health. And of course, when some of you hear mental health, you think it's people who are having mental breakdown, like they are lunatic, they are crazy, those that attack. That's not what mental health is all about. Depression is a mental health issue. Okay? So the counseling center is established to help you deal with all of these. There are some of you that have not even paid your school fees and you are running into depression. You have been looking for admission for years, you finally gotten it, and no school fees, no money to pay for your fees, and you are depressed. Some of you, because of the challenges you are going through now, depression is gradually setting in, you are stressed, and if stress is not properly managed, it can lead to depression. Okay, so that's why you should visit the center. You notice something is not going well with you, visit the center. And it might not be you as a person. Remember I said, well, I've had cases of students referring their colleagues. So it might not be you who is having the issue. You notice a classmate in your class, someone in your class who used to be outgoing, outspoken, and all of a sudden the person starts, acting withdrawn. You ask the person, what's going on? I'm fine. The person, you need to draw the attention of a counseling psychologist so that they can help such a person, because something might be going wrong with that person. If you don't draw the attention, you can also refer such a person to the counseling center so they can be helped. Okay? Now, another reason why you should visit the counseling center is to actually help you, enhance your academic performance. Okay? Some of you want to graduate with very good grades. When you visit the center, you will be provided with the necessary tools you need to thrive academically. Now, how do you access the center? The center is located, student affairs, let me see your hands up. All right, so this counseling center is just beside student affairs, and you can walk in anytime between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. and you'll be attended to. And if there is a need for you to be booked for an appointment, you'll be informed. Okay? Now, before I conclude and step aside, I just want to share a story with you. There was this student who was referred by a friend. In fact, one of them came that day to the counseling center. And a law student, she has graduated now. When she came, she said whenever she steps into her faculty, anytime she enters the faculty, she starts shaking, sweating, she starts having panic attack. And this happens a number of times. So a friend of hers referred her to the counseling center. And after a couple of sessions, she became stable. And what was the problem? She entered into 300 level and she realized that she had heard from her senior colleagues that the courses they are going to offer that level very difficult. And so whenever she steps into the faculty, because she has not started preparing, she has not started reading, she starts having panic attack. Anytime she enters the faculty, for such a student, you put the student in class, of course, you know that nothing will enter the brain because she's already panicking. So she came to the center, and after administering some tests, interviewing her, I realized that it's because she had not started studying. And I worked with her, drew timetable and all of that. So by the time she started studying these courses, she realized that even those courses she was thinking were so difficult, they were like ABC. And by the end of that semester, I can tell you for free, she came out with very good grades. Okay? So as a student, you are experiencing something, it might not be that particular challenge, it could be something different. Do well to seek support. As I conclude, I want you to know that seeking help early is a sign of great strength, okay, and not weakness. The center It's not just, I've said that before, it's not just for people with problems, but for people who want to improve their overall well-being. We look forward to supporting you in your journey in the University of Abuja University. Thank you very much.
Okay, do you have phone number that students can call if they have it? You can give them the phone number you have.
Okay, let me give you the number of the phone number of the director. That's the person of Dr. Aziz. Just a moment. Are you ready? 0028551344. 08028551344. That's the director, the phone number of the director of the counseling center. Thank you very much. 08028551344. Did you get that?
We will project it. We will project it. The ICT is not in the room. Thank you very much. All right, a round of applause again for Mrs. Mercy. We will quickly go to the next one, and it's not going to take you. The speaker will not take so much time. That's Dr. Mrs. Kenyola here. We will be speaking on antisocial behavior. 10 minutes, Dr. Mrs. And welcome her. Let's encourage her.
Thank you very much, sir. Greatest Nigerian students. I was once like you several years ago, seated here also. And now I'm also in front of you here. I'm celebrating you. And so when I say greatest Nigerian students, that great is small. Greatest Nigerian students. Can you be louder than that? Greatest Nigerian students. Great. You're coming up. Thank you very much. I am happy to be here this morning. Before I say the few points I have to talk about here, let me say to Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, and other distinguished members of Senate, I'm privileged to be here standing to represent the chairperson of the Students' Disciplinary Committee. That name, that concept, that terminology should make you to shake. So if you are relaxed, please sit up now, because this is a university that privileges a life of discipline above any other thing, a life of good conduct, and that's the university that celebrates the concept of Omoluabi. And that's why some of us, many of us, not even some, many of us, all of us, many of us who've been through here, we are here again today, and you can see that, like someone said, one of the speakers, that you're not just coming into the university, you are not passing through the university just like that, but that the university is also passing through you. And that must be settled in your mind. It's not enough to fantasize and say, now I am free. I will not be able to follow my slides as delivered to me, but then I will try to touch on very important things within a very short time I have. But I'm saying that the university is a place where you are free. Everybody say free. How many students do I have before me? Come on, prove to me that what I'm thinking is wrong. I have active students here, okay? So when I say free, say free. How many of you are free? Okay, if you're in bondage, can I see your hand up? You're in bondage. Okay, you are free. Now say free. God bless you. It's a free world, and by the name university, it's a universe of its own. And so you're so, nobody is there, mom is not there anymore, and around now, that is not watching, and you are the one in charge of your life, you're the one organizing your events, planning your activities, and doing whatever it is you want to do, but we want to also say that you need a word of caution. That's why we're talking about sex, drugs, and other antisocial behavior, sex. Some of you will be shivering where you are there when I say sex. And some people will say, what about it? I know everything about it. So why are they talking about it here? We need to also talk about this because I've seen a lot of students who come in and all they are looking for is that thing. All they are enjoying in the school is that thing. Whenever they have opportunity to be alone, it's that thing. And there are boys who come here looking for girls. Anything is skirt goes. And there are girls who come here to dress up and then what they are doing is looking for a boy to say. So even if a female lecturer is calling them, they already think there's a boy that is, and so they're already putting on an attitude. I'm talking from experience. So please, talking about sex and drugs and other antisocial behavior. When you come in here, you come in with the kind of behavior that you are supposed to put on as a student of this prestigious noble university, Olabisi Onabanjo University. And so when we talk about you coming in, there are rules to observe, there are laws you must obey. And so you cannot just come in here and say, because it's a free world, that I can do whatever it is I like to do. And those of you have been coming, when you came, very quiet, very humble, innocent looking, then just after the first semester, now you're wild looking. Your voice is now getting deep. And then when it's everyone is, what's the problem now? And then everyone is looking at you, what's happening? Something is happening little by little. Thank God we have the counseling units in this wonderful university where you can be supported, where you can be helped to lead a wonderful life. What is antisocial behavior? Behavior, it has several definitions, but I'll give you just one. It's a behavior that can be defined as the behavior by a person which causes or is likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to persons not of the same household as the person. It could be an act outside the norms, rules, or laws of the social community in which in which that person is. So in every society, if there are no laws, there will be a breakdown, disorganization, and there will be a problem. And so we want you to be able to interact with us. We also want to be able to interact with you, relate with you in the sense that at the end of the day, we are not going to be celebrated. Of course, we will never do that. First graduate, first class riffraffs. No university set out, to celebrate first class riffraffs who are not of good conduct. And that's why your certificate reads that you are worthy, both in character and in, let me see if there's any pressure. Who's going to tell me that to fill the gap? You are supposed to be worthy in character and in, okay, you can see. So I know some things you don't know. That's why you have to listen to me and be very active. You have to be worthy in character and in learning. Everybody say learning. Learning. Okay, in character and in learning. So it's good that you are doing well in your academics. It's good that you are passing your courses, you're attending classes, but your behavior, your conduct also matters to us. And let me tell you that all of these things will also affect your success. I'm sorry if I'm not going with the slides. I have to rush so many things. Now, talking about sex, what it should be and what it should not be. Sex is an act which is deemed by most